Hello, hello. Microphone on. Can I hear you? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Okay, microphone's on. I don't see the red light going up and down though. What's up with that? You guys hear me? Anybody here? How come I can't? I don't want to do that. Says I'm live. Anybody else live? How come my microphone's not going up? I guess everybody went somewhere else. I will ask my son to check, make sure I'm on. All right. Here's one person. One person's watching. Hello. Can you hear me? Who are you? Hello. All right. My son's checking to make sure everything's going to be on. Yeah. Hello. Somebody watching? Anybody there? Shout if you can hear me. Oh, okay. My son says I am live. You can hear me and everything? Everything's cool? Is the volume good? Hey, boy, is the volume good? Loud and clear. Jeffrey S. Hello. My boy says, yep. All right, so I'm good. Chuck and Steele, what's up, man? The master slingshot. Oh, man, this dude is awesome. Dude, the first time I seen your video, you set a can down and then you walked till I couldn't even see you anymore on the video. And I even put it on my TV to see if I could see you and enlarged it up and everything. And I'm like, you weren't even there. And all of a sudden you watch it and that can flies up in the air. I was so impressed by that. Ever since then, I've been watching your shit. So there you go. Tempest, man, what's up, man? Oh yeah, I showed yeah, my son's on there. He just said I showed it to him. Yeah, I showed it to everybody who's gonna watch. 200 yards. What seemed farther than that, man? I thought it was like 2 football fields. Well, that would be a 200 yards, wouldn't it? Okay, I got Tempest. What's up, man? He says nothing much. Just yeah, going live. Samurai Night Live. I should play the old SNL theme song. It's probably copyright though. I'd probably get sued. Couldn't monetize it. It'd be funny though. The old Doc Severinsen. Well, no, the Doc Severinsen was in. Doc Severinsen was on Charlie or Johnny Carson, wasn't he? Who was the leader of the Saturday Night Live band? That guitar guy with the long hair and the ponytail. All right, let me answer my son back here. Thank you, sir. All right, cool. Okay, so, Gray Beard. I'm guessing that's Beard, BR. Howdy, what's up, man? You like swords? Any of them you want to see? I am working on it. Actually, I'm going to be working on a bunch of them. And I'm going to resell them. So they're going to be a little bit more than what I paid for them, though. But they're going to be a lot better. My boy says, I'm going to tell my friends to watch. Yeah, tell your sword buddies to watch. Where's your sword friends? Sword friends are welcome. There you go. My son, he's in high school. He's got a couple of his friends that watch my stuff. So, but their parents won't let them have swords. I don't think my parents would have either. I had an old boken, I guess, which you call it the old wooden. It was shaped like a katana, but it was made out of oak. That was cool. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Uh, we got what we got. Have you been able to catch up on your cutting skills? I took 6 months off from shooting. Yeah, I kind of got back into it. My shoulder's been hurting though. I have to see a surgeon. So I don't know. I got like a muscle tear somewhere in my rotary cuff area. So they're talking about stitching it, probably better in the long run. So, but I may be out for another year. I don't know. Uh, I think I'll be back to swinging swords. I almost had it, but my shoulder started hurting again. So I went back to work. Now I'm not. So we'll see. It's kind of up in the air now, but I'll be back to it if I gotta use my feet. I'll still wield a katana somehow, some way. Diego, there's Diego. There's a friend of my son's. What's up, man? Gargoyle Blade, Alex. What's up, dude? I'll have to figure out how to. If you want to come on here, I'll have to figure that out. I don't know how to do that. We'll have to get together and talk about that maybe next time, next week, if you want to. I have a guest on. I'd say Joe, but he's always too busy. So, because he got me on his show a long, long time ago, and that always helped me out. So, boosted my subs way back in the day. That was cool, Joe. Joe's been the man ever since, or before even. Chuck and Steele says that's from the same thing. Yeah, man. When I fell, I guess I tried to stop myself with my hands somewhat. It all went into my shoulders and broke my wrist and all kinds of crap. So, I mean, I'm almost back to it. I didn't have the quite where I was before, but I mean, I was doing it, so I would have increased my skills, I'm sure. But now this is set back. So, but like I said, I'll be back if I have to get bionic arms. Everybody's saying hi, hi, hello. I think 3 of my friends watching. Yeah, Diego's on here, so there you go. CT, what's up, man? What'd you miss? Nothing. I just came on. Just came on, man. I've been on weapon collector almost all day since like 4 o'clock. So my eyes are kind of shot, man, because I messed up my eye too from falling. But I'll be on here, man. Otherwise, I said I was, so here I am. So take advantage of it. Got sword questions? Ask me. Or movie questions, heavy metal questions. There you go. I'll go sword or metal. We're going to talk about metal one way or the other. Where's Sweatpants at? I know he's a metal guy, the metal sword dude. Get the party started, huh? Joe Mama. Hola. Well, hello there, Joe Mama. It's like back in the 80s, say Joe Mama. Let's see. Oh, Graybeard, I'm your son's loud friend. Do you have loud friends? I don't hear you. Can't be too loud. Alex, any word on your? No, I don't even think he's got back from vacation yet. Actually, I ordered a wakizashi, Unukubi Zakuri wakizashi. So, and then I asked him. This was like last week, and I asked him if he could make a daisho, the pair, the wakizashi and the katana. I asked him if he could make a katana in L6 in Unukubi just to match that wakizashi. And he said, yeah, but he was on vacation, and that was like on the 18th. Because I didn't even think he went on to like the 20 something. So I just told him, let me know when he gets back. And he said he was going to start on the blade before he went on vacation. So I don't know. I mean, I told him to take his time, so I want it done better. So I ain't going to ask him about it. I'll ask him about the other swords I'm getting. But the wakizashi should be here on the 13th, I think, somewhere around there. So that'd be cool. I'll do an unboxing on that. Tempest, Blades of Steel, Songs of Metal. There you go. That should be my title. What type of cutlery do you see in your kitchen? Very dull knives. My wife won't use the wakizashi or katana. I'm like, here, man, you got a watermelon? Cut it with this. It'll slice right. You won't even feel it. It'll slice right through it. Very dull knives, unfortunately. I haven't sharpened them yet. I work on my swords. I don't mess with the kitchen knives. Alex, nice. I've got a new katana on its way. Yeah, like I said, I should have a katana, a wakizashi before a katana, and then another katana, and I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. I still got ones that I haven't even reviewed yet. So Chuck and Steel, brother, you have to get a gross messer in your life. A gross messer? Yeah, I would like to try a European sword, something big, something two handed. I know that's Tempest things too. He's got some nice ones, man. But I haven't unlocked my whole katana-ness yet. So whenever I get kind of even semi bored with that, then I'll get into something. I wouldn't mind checking out a European sword, but that's a little bit trickier because they don't have that curve to them. So you got to add more slice to it. You know, they're more of a stab and thrust weapon than slice. You got to be talented to slice with them things, man, because it ain't like katana's a lot easier to use than those. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I've never used one, so I could, at least not to swing at bottles or do anything fancy. So Outlaws, the second cutting video of the Hanwei Raptor Unakubi Katana should be done, uploaded as soon as your request, my friends. Time sharp. I think it's the best on-camera cutting video yet. Right on, man. Glad you liked it, man. I've had Joe's for a while. I don't have one. I had Joe's. He sent it on tour to a bunch of sword guys a long time ago, and it's all right. It's way too big for me, man. It's just too massive. It's something you could chop through like 10 zombies with in one stroke. It's just a big cow slicer. Chuck and Steel, it's the European katana equivalent. It's curved. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. See, I'm not real familiar with though. I do know the messer. Yeah. Melissa Stanton, hey, what's up? Have you ever dyed Semigawa race guy? I usually paint it with some kind of, just most of the time it's spray paint because I don't really change the color unless black. I was actually going to redo my wakizashi and try yellow, but I would just spray paint them. You can use fancy lacquers that'll, like colored lacquer that'll stain it, and kind of leave the top of the nodes kind of still white and kind of stain in between the nodes. I just paint the damn. I just paint it all glossy. If you can do that too, you can paint it while it's still wet and then wipe off just the top of the nodes, and you'll still get that kind of look. There's a trick like there's tricks like that you can do to do stuff like that. But no, I never dyed one. Mine are white or that, like right up above me. Those two are kind of like Thai gray skin, more natural gray skin looking. Most of the time, I use that and leave it like that. I don't color if I get the choice. Those are a little bit more expensive than white. But like I said, most of the time I just spray paint them because I don't think I've ever done any color, red, black, or your basic colors, and I'll just paint them. But there's plenty of videos on there how to do it. Let's see. I'm behind on chats here. Gargoyles, any awesome outlaw? Keep my eye on. He's talking about the video. Cold Steel one is a good one. Just be wary of rust. Longsword is less forgiving in the cut than a katana. Yeah, that's what I would think. It's you got to add more curve to it. You got to add the curve instead of the curve already being there, which makes it a lot trickier because you got to do it right at the right point, right at the right angle, and yada yada. The Kriegsmesser. What's up, Alex? Chuck Steele, love you, brother. I'll try to get back in on just a bit. Oh, yeah, I'll be here for a while. I get just started. No problem, man. Thanks for stopping by. If you want to come back. Outlaw, the Raptor blade is a little short for my liking, but the Suka is perfect. All of it will be in my dual review videos. Cool, man. Yeah, I could have swore that blade was longer than that. I didn't know it was that short. It just seems longer because the handle's like 2 feet long. The whole damn thing feels like it's 12 feet. So yeah, it's way bigger than I'm used to. I just couldn't get used to it. It was kind of fun to swing around there for a moment, but the spring steel wouldn't really hold up to bamboo very well. And Eric Hussein had it before me. He sharpened it like, oh my lord, the thing's just razor sharp. And I didn't want to mess up the edge before I give it back to Joe. So, because Eric did a good job on it. I don't want to screw with it. I mean, I'll have to hone it up a little bit because I did a little bit of cutting, but I didn't want to get crazy with it and mess up. I didn't want to mess up what Eric had done. I'd rather Joe experience that. So, because it's his sword. Tempest and the Langs messer too. Yeah, I do believe I know what you're talking about. If memory serves correct, it's been a long time since I looked at the messers and stuff. Outlaw the Raptor Blade is a little. Oh yeah, I read that. Joe Mama. Yo, it's Joey. Oh, right on. What's up, dude? And I still want to buy a sword if you got it. I have several that I'm actually working on and revamping. Yeah, if your parents are cool with it, man, you come by. I can talk to you. It depends on what you want to do with it. I'll guide you in the right direction. I have all kinds of them, man. You're better off to buy one from me than buy your first sword. You don't know what you're doing, because there's a lot of companies that will rip you off. So then I won't do that. So, I'll cut you a deal on it, man. Not a problem. Um, you can try it out. I mean, whatever. Yeah, we can talk about that. Let's thank you. I was wondering if it would take. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's how if you want that antiquish look, that's how a lot of them do that. Well, they'll stain it with like a transparent brown base or a transparent gray base, and it basically looks like you just painted it and just wiped off the nose. I mean, like I said, that's what I do. It gives you that's kind of the Hoosier way to do it. But I had done that once. It didn't look too bad. But yeah, you can lacquer it, and it has it. I mean, there's a bunch of video on YouTube that lacquering Semigawa. That's all they're doing is staining it, basically putting stain on it of one sort or another, and it looks good. Looks real good. I'm sure I will do one eventually. I just haven't. You know? By trade, I am a painter, so I can get access to all kinds of different colors of stains and stuff. Probably would look better than painted, but I haven't tried it. So, oh, I'm behind. And gargoyles, European swords are a lot different because they were made for stabbing and then cut. Right, right. I mean, they weren't used the same as katana. I mean, they were more of a thrust weapon. That's why it's long point. You got reach and it had a strong point to it. They weren't really made for the tip for the slicing like a katana. So they were used differently because they were used differently. Woohoo! I'm on a roll here. Can you get any more adjectives, more descriptives than that? I can try. Alex says, "Did y'all know circus peanuts use banana flavor?" No, I was not aware of that. I couldn't tell you last time I had a circus peanut. I don't think I've ever had a circus peanut. I've had a banana. I've had banana flavored bananas. Tell says, "What?" I don't know. Did I ask you a question? Yeah. Huh. Okay. I think there might be other conversations going on that I'm missing. Uh-oh. Outlaw. To dull it will not cut to sharpen. The blade will chip. One needs balance and one edge quote of Outlaw Samurai. Okay. Well, there you go. Put that on a t-shirt. Sell it. Joe Mama says, awesome. Yeah, man. Just let me know. I got a whole thing of them. I mean, I'd like to redo a bunch of them and sell them. So, but there's some I can sell right now, even. I don't know. Depends on what you want, how much you want to spend, and what you're going to use it for. Maurice, what's up, man? I started the war in name and I finished it. Nixon owes me a cigar. Well, maybe. Could be. Possibly. Thank you for your service, Maurice. Well, there you go. I thank you as well. Well, wait a minute. You started the war and you finished it. Well, what'd you start it for? if you knew you're just going to finish it anyway. I mean, I appreciate the service and all that, but unless they started it, then I don't blame you. Melissa, your rapping work is looking good. Yeah, oh yeah, dude, I'm getting awesome at it. Getting real good at it. It's a little tricky. It's not as easy as well. Probably, I don't think anybody thinks it's easy. Because it's not as easy as you think it is, but it's everybody thinks it's hard, and it is. I had to watch a few videos on it. A lot of practice to get it all. I mean, you can rap it, and then you can rap it really good. You know, you can rap it and get away with it and say, okay, well, that's done. It's not, you know. But if you want it to look like professional, like they did it 1,000 years ago and lined it all up, and there's a lot to it, a lot more than I thought there was when I was getting into it. I just tie it together, and no, it's, and then I've only done one style. So there's plenty of different styles to do. I'm sure I could do a battle rap. That doesn't look very hard. I've investigated it, haven't tried it yet. But there's some elaborate ones. They get crazy with that rap. Some of that stuff. A lot of YouTube videos. But thank you. I'm getting there. Do you offer your services to the public? Not so much yet. Actually, I offered Carl Ruger, you know Carl. I offered to do a rap for him just because he had a sword that he got from Eric 117, and I knew the rap was just, I mean, it was just coming apart. Eric used the hell out of it, and all the diamonds were all funky, and it was just loose. And then I seen the video that Carl showed him, and he's like, I think I'll just leave it like that. It makes it look cool, and it did. But that's what I was asking about, because I looked at it, and I'm like, all right, you know, maybe I can use Carl kind of as my guinea pig, because I know he wants his shit tight, man. Carl don't mess around. So, you know, I was like, all right. And then I asked him if he wanted that one rewrapped. He said, no, not that one, but he would imply my services since I was offering. But he's ordering some Japanese silk Ito. So he's waiting for that to come in, and he's going to mail the shit to me, and I'll wrap it up. So that's about as public as I've been so far. I'd like to eventually, maybe in a couple of years, after I learn a lot more different styles and stuff, I would like to do like what Cottontail Custom does, and he does all that. You know, he'll build a whole katana for you, I do believe. Yeah, I would like to retire with that kind of work involved. I'm sure that would be nice, and I'm getting real close to that. So, but no, as of yet, no, I do not offer too many services. I mean, email me if if there's something at the bare minimum, I can tell you how to fix it. You know, if you have to, you can mail something to me. I would, I'll any, especially if I know you. You guys comment on my videos, like if you emailed me and you had something problem, the handle's falling apart, email me the damn thing. Just email me and we talk about it. I may have to charge depending on what kind of seriousness, but more than likely mail it to me, pay for shipping here and there, and I don't. Like I said, especially people who watch my channel and comment, people that I've known that have been there since the beginning. So, all you top shelfers, if you just chat and I don't know you, that previous statement probably won't happen. But Cottontail's quest is full. Does it mean he's done doing what he's doing, or he's got so many that is backed up? Yeah, mix Eric 117. Yeah, man, me too, man. I think he sold. I don't want to say all this. I would like to think he kept one or two swords, but I know he sold a bunch. I think Carl bought a couple. He didn't get around to me before he asked whoever he asked before me picked them all. I didn't even get a chance. By the time I found out about it, he's like, dude, I got like 2 left. There was, I don't know, something I already, I don't even remember what they were. I don't think there was nothing wrong with them. I just had already something like it, so I didn't really want them. I don't know. I don't remember. But he got rid of all the good ones before the circle came around to me. So, yeah. I wish he was back on. That dude was quick, man. Gargo, battle wraps were done because it uses less Ito, so it was more cost effective for the samurai. Really? Yeah, like I said, I haven't done one. I mean, the way that I see to do it, you use two different wraps. You wrap that first set of diamonds, and then you stop there with a total different piece, and you wrap it over the piece to lock it in, and then you continue. I haven't seen how much it takes. It probably does take less. I'm sure it does a little bit. I would think not very much though. It would just be the one side. Uh, maybe a foot. Maybe. Um, let's see. Cottontail's quest is full. Oh, it's cute. Oh, so he's backed up then. All right. Well, I didn't know what was going on with him. Um, that's a bummer. That tells you. I mean, like I said, I would love to do this if I mean having the right amount of constituents come in at the right amount of time. Getting the customers, getting all that lined up. A little more than I'm willing to take on at the moment. So, especially when my skills ain't quite. I know there's a lot more different kind of raps out there, and I want to be able to learn it before people ask me. And I say, "Well, I don't know if I can do that." So, but I did well on my way. So, if they would hire me, like if Adam Novath or Cottontail, if they would hire me, I would love to do Ito for somebody else. I would work for sword parts or swords. All the cardboard side will work for swords. Stand on the side of the highway. Oh man. Uh Backed up. Yeah, I didn't know it was that bad. What happened to him? Oh, you're talking about Eric? Uh I don't know. I seen a picture on Instagram. Right? Had some picture of some gal. I don't know if that's his ex-wife because I think he was going through a divorce or something. I don't want to speak too much about his personal shit. I guess I already spoke too much. But he didn't get hurt or nothing. I think he's just going through some personal crap. So, well, it must have been bad. Maybe he needed money. I think that's why he was getting rid of him. I would sell my house first, but that's me. I just pitch a tent, Katana Land. My sword racks hanging on my tent. See, Maurice Don Knotts holds a grudge against me till this day for not saving Shakespeare when he was on the Titanic. That's not my responsibility. Stars, moon, the sun is what I keep on ice, not angry rats. You lost me, dude. And I'm usually way out there with you, but I know who Don Knotts is. Mr. Roper. No, he was that Mr. Farley? Who did he play on Three's Company? What was his name? It was Farley, wasn't it? Yeah. So is Marisa Sunbathe Vampire. Do they have those? No, I'm a dragon in a world of double dutch. I have no You guys lost me, and if it ain't about swords, I don't know what you're all talking about. I don't know much about anything else. At least at the moment. My brain works at like a train station. Sometimes I get off the track. I must go. I can't find my feet, and my socks are getting cold. Well, good luck, I guess, with that. I'm not sure. Oh, divorce somebody. Yeah, I'm not real sure. I know I want to say he did need money because, like I said, it did get around to me because as soon as I found out, I was like, dude, what swords you got for sale, dude? Definitely want a sword from you. Can you sign it? uh, Melissa's death metal. Well, yeah. Well, you want to talk about death metal? Oh, we can talk about death metal the whole rest of his life. Death metal, black metal, speed metal, thrash metal. Actually, I might. I don't know. There's a little bit of talk of me getting my band back together. I don't know. We'll see. I would need a singer. That's kind of hard to come by. Would be cool though, but I'm getting too old for that shit. I don't think Mrs. Bird wouldn't like it either too much. I don't think. Uh, Sorry, stretching my leg out there. Um, yeah, death metal. Death metal's cool. How many people got in there? We got 5 people liking it, 6 people in here. That's it. Where's Manson? All drinking beers and asking me what swords I'd steal from his house. I can't believe he asked me that. I shouldn't have answered. It's probably entrapment. He probably had swords stolen and trying to pin it on me. And I didn't think about that when he asked. I was just like, oh, dude. Girls are never too old to do anything. Well, yeah, to a point, man. Tell you what, that speed metal, man, it takes you out of you real quick playing on stage, man, with all the lights on you. Oh man, it's just, I mean, yeah, it's adrenaline rush, but boy, it drains you real quick. And the older you get, the quicker you get drained, man. I don't know how them guys still do it. Well, most of them aren't. They get much more older than me, and they're not doing it anymore. They're dead or mummified. Outlaw, the Raptor video has taken flight and is ready to view. Well, there you guys go. There's CT's got a Hanway Raptor they bought. Got a video up and ready to go. So I'm not watching it now. I'm gonna lie. Just gonna have to wait a little while. I probably won't watch it till tomorrow morning. So usually I hit my, well, I would be watching it, but I'm doing my own live stream. So, and then I get up Sunday morning, watch my Sunday morning YouTube videos that I usually missed from Saturday night. Where am I at? Hit the like button. I think, yeah, everybody did. Thanks, man. Melissa says new obituary slams. I didn't know obituary was still around. That's funny. The more I hear it all the time, I was like, oh, I thought them guys were gone, and all of a sudden they come back. I don't know if they hiatus and then they came back or what. But I will look into that. I didn't know they had any new stuff. I know Megadeth. He just came out with something not too long ago. Completely awesome, man. Good stuff. Kind of going back to his thrashier stuff. He was getting kind of soft there a little bit. Does an awesome cover of Dead Kennedy's Police Truck. Oh man, just a badass version of that. Outlaws Bird will form the next Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't know about that. I got it. I got band. I got songs. I got lyrics. I got everything but a singer, man. And then I split up. I split it off. I just got tired of doing it. And, I don't know, other things I won't get into. But Joe says Megadeth. Oh yeah, I'm a big Megadeth fan. When I always liked Megadeth and Metallica, but when I found out what Metallica did to Dave Mustaine and just that they're just complete assholes, I completely shut them out. I mean, and I like Metallica, Kill 'Em All, but Dave Mustaine wrote all that. So for me to say I like Metallica is kind of irrelevant because Dave wrote all the stuff that I like that Metallica did. So actually, I like Dave Mustaine. So fuck Metallica. I don't like them, man. They're just they treat him wrong. They're just jerks. Him and Zakk Wylde. Them and Zakk Wylde. I don't care for Zakk Wylde either. And that should be everybody's view on that, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so whatever. No, but there's the thing about that. Armored Sweatpants will verify too that Zakk Wylde. There's a thing there's a classic rock station, KC95 here in St. Louis. It's like world renowned. It's the longest running classic rock station there ever was. It's been on since like 1968 or something. And they totally rock and they dominate. And I guess Zakk Wylde threatened to kill one of the DJs on an interview. And the DJ went in there and played it like straight for like 4 hours after that. And they don't play Zakk Wylde stuff whatsoever. He's actually on tour now. He's playing for Pantera, stepping in for Diamond Darrell, which Diamond Darrell and the drummer, they're brothers. They're both dead. So, I mean, the only original member is the singer. I don't even think it's the original bassist. I don't know. Maybe. But anyway. So, yeah, but KC95 don't play their stuff because of all that. So, we don't support him here. We didn't support Guns N' Roses for years. It took them long time before they got played on KC95 again after the damn riot. Well, Axel started. Oh, Axel Grease. Okay, I'm getting way behind here. I'm in the cutting video, and I did put the drink and snack warning in it, and it's Bird's Case coffee and a donut warning. There you go. It says going strong. What were we talking about? Oh, obituary. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I didn't know they were still around. A lot of them are. They just never left. I guess I did. Says, yeah, I got friends in a band. They hate Metallica. Yeah, I mean it's funny when I think I didn't watch. I know they have a video where Dave Mustaine talks to Metallica after all these years, after all this crap. I don't think it even tipped. I can't say because I don't remember watching a lot of it. I think I missed a lot of it. But I don't think it even hit the tip of the iceberg of what actually really happened. I think that was a lot of. I think they bought Dave off to get him to say that. I don't know what all he said, but I'm surprised Dave Mustaine didn't just go in there and just stop them. I would have. After all these years, I would have stomped their heads in after what they did. Screw that. Them guys, you just don't do that, man. So, but whatever. I pretty much like everybody else. It's just Metallica. And like I said, it's like Metallica. Even the music that they did, Dave wrote it. So, what are you going to do? And it's funny if you periodically know Metallica and the band members that came in and when they came in and when they left, you can tell it in the music. You know when Dave left, how the music changed. Same with Cliff Burton. Cliff Burton wrote a lot of the music for him, and he died. I personally liked Sabaton. Somebody else I just heard their names on Weapon Collectors live stream. Somebody mentioned them. Swedish heavy metal. I've heard of them. I think they're like way back in the day too, and they've been around for years. If I remember right. Metal, I recommend Father of Chemical Warfare. They do historical songs. Yeah, because somebody mentioned that, and I mentioned if they like military kind of metal, Bolt Thrower. Bolt Thrower does kind of some of that stuff. Our tickets available for Katana Land. If you have Ruby Slippers, click them 3 times, and there's no place like Katana Land. I don't know. I'm trying to find somewhere to hold a festival real close by, or greet and meet YouTube creators. So, yeah, that could happen this spring, could happen this fall. I don't know. And then it depends. I got to see a surgeon Monday, so it depends on that too. So a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to work around, but I would like to produce some greet and meet real close where people could camp, and I can grab all the bamboo that we can cut and just, cut with bamboo for days. So, and it's a real good possibility. I do see it happening. It's just a matter of, and I found the place. It's just me working it out timing wise. I'd like to do it this year. It may be next year. So I don't know, but it will happen. I will make it happen. If I have to sell my soul to Beelzebub. What's up, John? RBA Katana. Yeah, I was just talking about a festival, having that. Need to get all these YouTube guys together and cut bamboo for. Because the guy that I get bamboo from across the street over here that you can't see, it's getting overgrown. And probably another 2 years and it'll be up on the street. We can't have that. It'll be invading his house by then. So I got to get to cutting it. So I need like every samurai who's available. Come here and cut some bamboo because it's getting out of control. And the stuff way back in oh man, it's like they say the stuff lives like 10 years. I believe it because the stuff I was cutting with my L6 blades, it had to have been old, at least 10 years old. Stuff was just monsters. It wasn't even bamboo anymore. It was wood. I mean, it was just crazy. All right, I'm way behind here on the. Oh, everybody's saying hi to John. Yeah, thanks for the sweat jacket, not a hoodie. That's a sweat jacket. But no, I'm not bitching. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted with the zipper on it. That's completely. Oh, let me get it. Hold on. I'll show you. Show you guys. Check this out. Be right back. John at RVA had these done. His buddy Scott printed that up for me. Has my name on it there. And it's a sweat jacket. And it's got on the front there. No, I can't see it. It's a samurai bird down at the bottom. But yeah, I would put it on, but it's a little warm down here already. Thank you, sir. Tell Scott I said thanks. Yeah, you guys want one? Ask John RVA Katana. John said, I can't wait for bamboo season. Yeah, man, I want to try some. This would be probably the first year. No, this would be the second year that I actually get a chance to get those thin, soft kind of pool noodle shoots that grow really big, but they're nice. They're different to cut than the harder stuff. It's just, you gotta know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you do. But I haven't been able to hit the season because last year I got hurt right at the spring, so I wasn't able to do anything about that. And the year before, I don't remember. But yeah, I'll hit it this year. All right, now I'm getting way behind on the chat. Gargoyles, you never know, we might come out to. Yeah, man, come on out, dude. I have a small house, so I don't really have an extra room or anything for anybody to stay. You know, pitch a tent, more than welcome to do that. You got a camper, RV, do that. There's hotels high. Anybody, you want to get a hotel room, you want to stay, you can come by here anytime. You just let me know when you're in Missouri, man, and you come by and cut. As long as I know you and you've commented on any of my shit and I know you, email me. All right, now I'm way out. Mimo, what's up, dude? Okay, where am I at? Oh, Lord, I got all kinds of. I'm way behind here. Okay, Tempest Lucifer makes better deals than Beelzebub. Maybe. Michael Morgan, what's up, Mimo? Hello, Bird and Tempest. Listen, keg band, burgers and swords. Well, maybe the band and the burgers. You know, and I'm all for drinking. That's the one thing I am really scared to mix is drinking and swords, man. I've cut myself when I'm sober. I can imagine. But, you know, to each his own. It's cool. Definitely make for a good YouTube video. Short Shop, RV Katana. I'm new to Katana. What would you recommend? I've been to your site. I'm across the Chesapeake on the Eastern Store in Maryland. Oh, you ain't too far from me. You're closer to him than I am. Yeah, go. John knows what he's doing, man. He'll hook you up. Watch some of my reviews. I do reviews on mostly budget swords. I've been getting more on the expensive end a little bit, trying to do the mid-range thing, getting there. John, how did your L6 hold up against bamboo? Phenomenally. Wow. I have two L6. They're not Bandite. They're just regular differentially hardened L6, which I'm sure you know. A Bandite's just spring steel spine is basically the only difference, which is awesome. I want to get one, but it's just your straight differentially hardened L6. I got two of them. I got one. I haven't done a review for either one of them. I got a Shang sword, which I totally remounted because it sucked the job they did, but the blade's awesome. And I got a Murasami that was way too damn sharp. The damn thing was so sharp, I chipped it. And you know, I knew better. I should have, but I thought it was stronger than I used that one first. Now the L6, the Shang sword, I can't even cut paper with it, but I can cut bamboo that's big as my. I mean, I have no doubt that it would sever a limb without any blade damage whatsoever. But it's not sharp. It takes a lot of force to do that. And I mean, as you know, there's, you know, each different diameter of bamboo can constitute which level of hardness you have on your blade or level of sharp that your blade is. You know, like I said, the Murasami L6 was way too damn sharp. It was just excellently sharp. I should have known better and should have went for the big stuff, but I did. And but I reprofiled and fixed it. It ain't no problem. And I put a secondary bevel on it, and it will do exactly what the other one will do. But it's sharp, so I don't have to like the other ones. So I need to put some kind of a beveled edge on them, and I think they'll go right through the biggest bamboo I've ever cut. I think it'll go through the biggest stuff I can find over there, which it's yellow striped bamboo, so which only grows maybe 3 inches in diameter. But you're talking 3 inches. That stuff's like 10, 15 years old, man. It's like wood at that point. It's not bamboo. It's a wood plank. So, but yeah, I love bamboo. All right, now I'm way behind on chat. Hold on, guys. I gotta catch up. Yeah, I could talk about L6 all day, man. Oh, sweet. I never saw it. So now, yeah, I haven't done reviews on it or nothing. So I'm sure this spring will roll around. And I got more L6s coming. I got L6 into Kubis coming. So, yeah. Uh, duh, 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 duh. Scott was cutting 3.5 inch late season bamboo. Wow. And that's got to be, is that yellow stripe? Because that's a little big. I mean, I can't find any that big. Usually about 3, I think, is the biggest I've found. But it could be the region too. Just because it's the same type of bamboo, don't mean it grows the same. Your region's got a shorter or longer winter. That's going to make a difference. Stuff's weird. It is definitely weird stuff. But yeah, when they got me something to work for there, I'm going to start measuring it up, seeing if I can find something that big. Said it was quite impressive. Yeah, man, when you're cutting something that big, I mean, it doesn't, 3.5 inches doesn't sound like much, but I mean, I would definitely match that with a human bone, as grossly and morbid as that sounds. I mean, I definitely would. I think samurais are rolling in their grave, cheering their asses off, just saying, "Wow, I wish we had that." you know, that's how I feel. If I need to be damned, so be it. All right, outlaws, we got blades for days. You hear, you heard, and boys, grab your swords and kabutos. We have called arms. Oh yeah, let's go. Very kind of short, sharp. Looking to cut. Oh, you're talking to him. RBA's talking. There you go, John. Make sale, John. Sell them. Yeah, short sharp. Go check out. I mean, yeah, talk to John. He'll help you out. Yeah, got questions? Email me too. You already got John right here. I got a Shane L62 scared to cut bamboo. Yeah, I'm not real happy with their build as far as they're putting it together. Now the blade, it's one of those Hitatsuri Hamons, those a full Hamon, I guess is what they call it. It goes all the way full through it. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I think you know. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Really cool looking Hamons. It's like all over the whole blade. Um, Looks like somebody spilled a choji on it. But yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful blade, but the sword is built like crap. I remounted the whole damn thing. I mean, split the handle, re-glued it, everything I could do was just yeah, it sucked, and it was expensive, so that kind of bummed me out. But actually, it's my Slayer sword. I remounted it. It had red Ito, had fingerprints all over. God, I hadn't even touched it yet. I was just it looked like somebody handled it with grease all over their hands. Like, what is this crap, man? I was so pissed. But that's the kind of stuff I, I kind of don't mind taking advantage of that every once in a while. Making a bad video. Bad videos get good reviews. You'd be surprised. Negative reviews do really well. Oh, so know my trick. No, I'm just saying, man. So I didn't want to mess with it. It's easier for me to just remount the damn thing and get something that I want, and I did. But yeah, I'm not real impressed with Shank swords. I got 2 of them. I got a T10, and it was sloppy built too. Real loose Ito, just not a good build. I like the blade. I like the L6 blade, but then again, it came dull as hell. I mean, like I said, I couldn't even cut newspaper. I don't know if I cut typing paper. I know newspaper or phone book paper. I couldn't even cut it with. It'll just slide right around it. But I can whack a tree down with it. So that's the trade-off. Is you got to know what your edges can do. I guess is a good saying. Oh, let's see. RVA, the best soft cutter I've ever used is a Shinken of Swords L6. Best soft, really. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I'm going for with these L6 Unakubis. They're going to be really, really thin. So, but the edge is going to be phenomenal and it's going to be tough. And I'll be able to slice through pool noodles like they weren't even there. So, bottles and light bamboo, maybe even tatami mats is going to be excellent for that. Alex, have Murasami make you an L6 katana with a wider blade and it will go through a bigger diameter bamboo, no problem. I don't know if he can do like an XL size. I never asked him. I don't think he's got anything like that on his website. I bet if I asked him, he probably would. He's probably listening. He's probably watching. He'll probably have one in his catalog next week. I'm not a panda, but don't know my bamboo species. Yeah, I just know the yellow stripe. I investigated what I had here. I don't know much. I know it all grows differently, and it don't take much of a climate change to make it grow a little differently. So, but it is weird stuff, and it's like related to the grass family than wood, but it's more like wood than grass. Kind of a parallelum there, parallelogram, parallel universe, maybe parallel bamboo universe. This was green. You're not Poe. You're not Poe. Here's a quiz question for you. What was Poe's last name? Or I guess that would Poe probably I guess was his last name. What's because they do it backwards in China, I guess, don't they? Or we do it backwards. I don't know. But yeah, I was gonna say, what's the other half to Poe's name? There you go. They only say it once, I think, in the second one. He only says it once out of the three movies and everything else. All right, I'm totally behind him. I mean to catch up on comments, and I don't. I cut through 2 raw beef ribs with the 51 CRV. Wow. Yeah, I mean that's bone, and ain't nothing to squawk at. You're cutting any kind of bone, chances are you're going to take damage. If you don't, then you're either cutting real good or you got a sword that can do it, or both. Charles Bird, hey, what's up? Hey, man. Stan Livingston, long sword shinobi. Long name, long sword. Greetings, my fellow swordsman. What's up, man? Cargos, I have to find the video of our son and I cutting black bamboo. Did you post that? I know there's a couple of videos with you and your boy cutting too, ain't there? I could swear I know I've seen one. Hey Charles, I stand. What's up, Jerbs? Mr. Bird. So I'm slacking on the comments, Jerbs. Jerbs got my back though. Would you recommend T10 katana for? Oh yeah, T10 is my favorite. Well, I'm not gonna say my favorite. T10 is just a step below L6 and a small step above 1095s. Yes, most of my swords are T10. It's an awesome steel. If you like differentially hardened steels, like your edge hard, and you like it to be able to cut through hard targets, yes, T10 is awesome steel. As long as they do it right, yeah, I love T10. Like I said, most of mine are T10. I got a couple 1095s, but I like the L6. I'm getting a lot of L6s in, so, and that's just one step up above it as far as overall badassness. All right, but saying hi, Jerv's. Jerv's putting up links. Right on. Kingfisher, what's up, man? I got an eBay L6. eBay. Don't buy it from them. Don't buy anything on eBay. eBay L6 thoroughly hardened and it feels too tightly sprung, like maybe not tempered back enough. So now it's a blank. It's a practice sword. I wouldn't thoroughly hardened. I don't know if I would. Seems kind of weird for L6 to be thoroughly hardened. I don't know why you would bother doing that because it's L6 already. I mean, probably ain't got to do anything to it. It's better than 1060. Yeah, I don't know. It is, I ain't gonna say that, but it is tough stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't trust the L6 from eBay anyway, dude. No, 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 no. Okay, I'm totally lost here. Also, hi, hello. If you're a beginner, only for mats. What T10? Well, I guess I was thinking more Unakubi because I'm in an Unakubi mindset. So that's kind of like the perfect bottle and pool noodle cutter for me because you can get that edge really, really sharp because of the hardness. Um, man, it really depends on a lot of stuff. Short, sharp. What do you want to cut? You know, that pretty much defines what kind of sword you want is what you're going to cut. If really, I think most of the time, maybe not. So a lot of sword guys in here. We should be spilling the intelligence to him. Experience, I guess. Everybody saying hi, hello. Jerb's putting up links. Jerb's man. Right on, Jerbs. Thank you, sir. You should be like a. People should be hiring you, paying you to moderate. Do people pay you? Am I supposed to pay you? Jerbs is the moderator king, man. He's on it. He knows what he's doing. I have complete utter faith in him. Dirty Scab, what's up? Hope I'm not too late. I don't know if you're too late. No, I've only been on for an hour, maybe on for another hour, maybe. Depends on how bored y'all get with me. I know I got 14 people, 13 likes, right on. Thanks guys for showing up. Sure, sharp. Thanks, RV. I was just looking on your site. You have a huge selection at fair price. Yeah, and he's got contacts with Hanway, I do believe, and all kinds of people. He knows. Yeah, John's the man. He's a good connection to have here in the States because he knows all of those other places. So, and yeah, and he's a good dude. Gargoyles, my Shing sword is good, no problem with it. Really, I have two. I won't buy another one. Nope. I might buy an L6 blank blade from him, but I wouldn't buy another sword from him. Not the two I got. Both the Itos were real loose. The red one was just dirty as. Yeah. I'll do reviews on them pretty soon. Like I said, the L6 is now my Slayer sword. It's tight. Well, it works like a charm. Cut your dang head off. Or you want to try a third hardened sub 88? What is that? 60 Rockwell hardness, huh? And chip resistant even. Well, I don't think I've ever seen anything. I mean, that's a nice hardness level, man. What is it? Katana? Is it Cloudhammers? I'll try it. I thought, ain't Joe? Am I supposed to get him after Joe or Eric or somebody? Ain't you got some you said you were gonna send to me that was actually differentially hardened? Well, I'll take that too. If you're gonna send it on tour, yeah. Actually, I don't know because I gotta see a surgeon. I went to work for about a month and now I'm back out of work. My arm was hurting again, so I gotta see a surgeon on Monday. So maybe that ain't a good idea. I may be out for a little while. I'll shoot you an email and let you know because that may stop whatever you were going to send from Joe too. Because I ain't gonna be doing shit. My shoulder's got surgery on at least for a little while. Let me get back with you on that one. I'll email you Monday after I find out from the doctor. What do I got? What do I got? Everybody's dropping links left and right, brother. Right on. Thought I RBA. I thought he meant poor when he said like Poe, like you ain't got no money. Well, no, I think he meant Poe, like Zhao Po was the answer I was looking for. There was it's his full nomenclature. Did I miss any links? I think you got some, and some people weren't even here, Jerbs. And I think you got them. Awesome job, Jerbs. You the man. Oh, I effed up the edge on a cooked bone, but no edge damage on raw. I was curious about that. I would think a fresher bone would be a little softer than something that's been sitting around drying. I would think that. I mean, that just kind of makes sense. I haven't cut bones. There's a pig farmer down the street. I wanted when he whenever he butchers a hog or something, I was going to try to talk to him and see, but he's kind of weird, so probably not best to mix him and katanas. I got that lost in right. Did I miss anyone's link? No, you got him. Mr. Bird, what's good, my friend? You're doing an excellent job, brother. How the hell are you, brother? What's going on? What's going on, Joe? Yeah, I'm way behind on way behind on chat here. Joe. Just talk about you, Joe, a while back. It was all good. Melissa, are you familiar with the SX 105? No, but I've been hearing a lot about it. So, like I said, I think John's supposed to send me some stuff from Cloudhammer after I think it's on tour. So, but like I said, if I got surgery coming up, I may not do all that. So actually, no, I'm not familiar with it as of yet, other than the knowledge I've gained from everybody else's stuff. There you go. If if Jerb's missed your link, let him know. He will put that shit up. Forest fire in the house. Yep. Yes, sir. Garen, what's up, man? Years ago, I found a site that sold different varieties of bamboo. Some were timber bamboo that gets up to 6 inches in diameter, 40 feet tall. The stuff I got's about 40, 50 feet tall, but it don't get that thick. Yeah, there's all kinds of different. I mean, there's so many different species of it, and it's not a lot of grow here, but yeah, that I've investigated a little bit too. There's lands you can get it from landscaping companies. Is the best place to look for either shoots or either live bamboo or seeds, because it only produces seeds like every years or something. I want to say like once in its lifetime or some crap. So it's real unusual to get seeds. So John says I'm sending Bird a DH. Oh, okay. Well, that's the one. Yeah, the differentially hardened SX105V after Hussein gets it. Now, if Eric sharpens it, I know it'll be sharper than woo man. That dude he can sharpen. He's good at it. Jared, Mr. Joe, brother, epic unboxing. Yeah, that was a cool boxing, Joe. I wish I could. I only caught like the last sword, I think, because I couldn't watch it because I was driving. SX105V is rigid but bend tolerant to 70. So it's like T10 spring steel. Could you say that? Would that be somewhere real close to describing it? And that would be awesome. That's the ultimate. That's what the samurais were going for years ago. Was a spine that could take impact and an edge that could be as sharp as a razor. I think that was the whole point, or at least some of them. Unakubi are great for trick cut. Yeah, that's what I'm getting into too. Even with bamboo, I just like Unakubis better than Shinobis. It's easier to work with, and they're new to me. So donations in the form of friendship is all that's needed, Mr. Bird. Right on. Well, I can afford that. And thanks, Mr. Jervs. Any day, Mr. Joe. Hey, what's up, Carl? Sorry, hey, no problem, man. Sorry, I'm on so late. I know you're up. You're the same time I am, Central Time, ain't you? So Melissa, I recently purchased a Hirazukuri T10. Yeah, I'm interested in that geometry too. A little hard to find. There's guys that make them. Hirazukuri T10 from Hanban. Hanban was actually one of the ones I seen. Laser sharp. I had to work on the Ito, but all in all, love it. Well, good. That's cool. I don't have a Hanban. I would like to get one just to see because I don't have one. So, but I do notice I want to say last time I looked, they're getting more T10s, but before they were like really 1095 base, and I was getting that. So, but yeah, I will buy one eventually here soon. Says, oh man, when it rains, it pours. Hey, Mr. Bird, damn brother, all I know is any day on this side of the dirt is a blessing, and not all the bills can be paid on food on the table. Yes, sir. You are exactly correct. What's up, Carl? Saying hi to Carl. All right, later, John. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Kingfisher THSX 105 PGN. Oh, that's the steel that the GN. Is that, am I pronouncing that right? Cool because it's less whippy pointed percussion is good and if I can say this word, Renaissance. I'm gonna skip that because I'm gonna mess that up. Yeah, no, right on. I didn't know. I forgot what steel that was that you're talking about there, Kingfisher. King. Talking about Poe from Kung Fu Panda. Yes, yes, yes. We're not talking about Poe as in financial difficulties. Mr. Rhodes, you never piss off a pig farmer. Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I don't want to. And like I said, he's a little weird too. I think you got a meth lab too. A pig farmer meth lab. there's a song in there somewhere. Oh, did I miss something? Hey, Jerv. With the kill swings. Oh, I got you. Right on. Live bone is softer than dry, but still you can chip your blade. I would think, yeah. I mean, bones, depending on what bone and all kinds of different, too many variables there. Mr. Garen, what's good? No bamboo panda. Poe is no bamboo panda. Poe is a panda. Tempest, for some reason, I thought that said no bamboo is. I just got confused on that. If your bamboo is drying out, soak it for a bit. I mean, I just go get fresh stuff. I mean, I like to go like the day after it rains, where it's all the stuff is as moist as possible. What's up, Grugs? I'm way behind on chat here. Hold on, guys. Let me get caught up. Mr. Grugs is in the house. Ellen, I mean Kung Fu Panda. Yep, yep, yep. And whoop, oh shit, I went too far. Ah. Okay. You guys say that Cold Steel makes katana that are overbuilt. I'd say overpriced. Stan Livingston about to go sharpen my Orosaki Sakura from Hansanmai. From not from Hansanmai. That's the blade lamination. Cool. Right on. Joe SX105V is a very good all around steel sharp edge bend tolerance is great and can either DH or TH. So it can go either way then. It can be differentially hardened. Well, it is somewhat perking my interest. It is. Yes, it is. Yes, just about all their blades have some extra meat on it. Oh, where'd I go? Their beast. Cold steel. Yeah. Their beast. I have a full playlist on my channel if you want to take a look. But they're not for the faint of heart. Cold steel. Addicted to blades. What's up, John? What's up, sword friend? I'm trying to get caught up on the chat, but everybody keeps coming in, you guys. No, I dig it, man. Totally cool. Thanks for stopping by. Old Methy had a farm. Dude, Farmer Meth had a farm. Yeah, I got you. I'm going to do my live around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard for my birthday. Oh, right on. But tomorrow? What are you talking about? When? Cool, Jervs. I'll look for the outfit. You get into the end, Mr. Oh, thanks, man. Yes, I am. I just noticed that. I am at the end. Hello, John. Yeah, tomorrow. Okay. I got somebody calling me, but I can't answer because I'm on live stream. I'm not going to talk right now. You should know this. I told them earlier. So what's up, people? I got 13 people in there, 17. Yeah, I was getting a lot of views after I posted it too. That's kind of odd. I wasn't expecting that. You're like 100 something views on a live stream. Had no idea it was that interesting. Thank you very much. Sorry I got so behind there. Probably a bunch of people left. I guess Joe had to go. He can't stay very long anywhere, I don't think. You can't get him to stay one place too long anymore. He works too much. Poor guy. So how's everybody else doing? How y'all doing? Oh, he accidentally called. Okay, that's good because I on purposely didn't answer. Told him I was on a live stream. Sorry, pour me a soda. Trying to get my hair in my mouth. Yeah, I'm liking that L6. I'm going that route. If Shore Sharp's here, still here. Yeah, man, I would definitely do the. I mean, if you're even thinking about 1095, that's probably some of the widest sold, strongest stuff there is. Excuse me. I mean, it's not like it's. Yeah, I like T10. T10's good stuff. Sorry. Excuse me again. Tempest. I'm serving. Serving. But yes, Cold Steel. And I really meant it about the Cold Steel Warrior Okatana with the 34-inch blade. That's about a half-inch thick at the back and a quarter-inch thick at the top. Weighs about three or 4 pounds. 3 or 4 pounds. Is that what you're saying? Or 3.4? Hell, anything over 3 pounds is pretty much an XL size katana at that point. I mean, you're getting heavy. Well, I mean, most of mine are 2.5, if that. Gargoyles, can't wait to get back outside, do some cutting. Yeah, man. It was nice today. I should have cut today, man. But I didn't want to mess up my shoulder any more than I had to. So, I mean, I could cut. It's kind of hard to swing over and come back, and rebound from your. Yeah, I can't really swing over my head too much. Gonna have to fix that. Gargoyles. Wait a minute. I'm going back. Surviving. Oh, right on. It's not serving, surviving. Okay, gotcha. Herb is feeling very blessed. Got a bank finally after 12 years trying. I can insure the truck. I'm looking forward to 4x4. Ain't any road trips? Oh, plenty. All right, on. Going mudding, are you? You know the Bigfoot, the monster truck, the old Bigfoot? That's from here, where I'm at, where I live in St. Louis, Missouri. It's right. They actually rolled it up on the roof of the place in Kirkwood, Missouri. I think Kirkwood, Missouri, I think is where it's at. But yeah, they got the first Bigfoot, the original one, up on the roof of the place. Yep. Oh shit. And Escape from New York was filmed here. You didn't know that? It was not filmed in New York. It was filmed in St. Louis, in the best part of town. Oh man. Have you ever tried bundling wood dowels to cut? I wouldn't recommend that. I know Kingfisher would, but he does it right, man. He does the right side. I mean, you can mess up a sword if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't know what your sword can take, you can really mess it up cutting dowel rods. I mean, I equivalent like probably a quarter-inch dowel rod to maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say too much because I may be wrong. I don't know. I stay away. Well, I mean, I got a plethora of bamboo, so I stay away from that. But I wouldn't go real big if you do them like I don't know, quarter of an inch. I don't know what Kingfisher does. He does like 5/8 or something, I think, don't you, buddy? But he soaks them in water. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if you soak them in water. But I wouldn't try cutting no inch dowel rods or nothing like that with like 1045, 1060. You're going to mess up your sword. Definitely soak it. Soaking is a pretty good idea when you're dealing with that kind of wood you're thinking about cutting. I wouldn't recommend it though, unless you know what you're doing. I guess then do what you want, man. Safety first. All right, I'm getting behind again. And okay, let me elaborate, Garen, on that, and I will because I knew it was kind of wrong to cut brown dried out bamboo, but I thought if I took some really small ones and bundled them together and did it, no, I messed up one of my laminated 1095s doing that. So yeah, there you go. That's why I said what I said. Um, Outlaw 3 to 4 pounds, but it just feels right to me though. Well, I mean, you like that, you got bigger arms and stuff. You probably that probably suits you. I seen you swinging that Raptor on it, and that size fits you. So run with it, definitely. Sure, sharp. I new to katanas. I would like to cut pool noodles, water bottles, etc. Would T10 be a good steel for that? T10. Now there again, it depends on what kind of geometry you're talking about. You get, your basic Shinogi Zakuri. That's good for water bottles and maybe tatami mats. Pool noodles, you want a thinner blade. I mean, you can do it with Shinogi Zakuris. I mean, that's kind of a hard question to me. I wouldn't cut pool noodles with Zakuri. You cut them all day long, probably pull off doubles. But the thinner the blade, the more efficient your cuts are going to be. I would use an Inakubi Zakuri geometry on pool noodles. But regardless, I guess to answer your question, I would use T10 on all that. I just love T10. It's perfect for all that stuff. And it's good for the reason I say it's good for light targets is because T10 gets a really hard edge and you can sharpen it. So the harder the edge, the sharper you're going to be able to get your sword. Because the softer metals don't edge as good as harder steel does. It just adds that metal together just on a molecular structure, and does all its chemical bonding shit and just makes a wonderful edge. So yes, I recommend T10 no matter what you're doing. I could answer that really quick if I just said that last sentence to you. How many dowels we talking? Yeah, King knows what, but like I said, he soaks them in water and everything else. I mean, he does it. He knows what he's doing. It sounds fun. I don't know what we're talking about, but T10 is overkill for that. And well, like I said, it depends on the geometry of the blade, and you can get that sharpness. I would, if I was just going to cut pool noodles, I would go T10 with a differentially hardened blade, Unakubi over a thoroughly hardened Unakubi of any kind of steel. Wouldn't matter. Just because I could get that edge really sharp. That's why I said that. 1045 is all you need for bottles and noodles. Really, yeah. I mean, differentially hardened 1045. My Ronin katana works great pool noodles, but it's a Shinogi's. It's got a bohea on it, so an Unakubi would be better, but it works fine. And it holds an edge really good. Kingfisher, if you wrap the dowels with paper, tatami or whatever, and soak them, that's like I said, I don't think I finished what I was gonna say what he does. Like I said, he soaks it in water. That's the key. Hey Joe, I didn't thought you left there, buddy. Did a dry bottle cut with the Damascus cutting blade before. Super sharp and feels great. Going to be a good cutter, I think. And it's red and black. I'm kind of hearing good things. But I won't say good things. I'll say better things about Damascus. It seems they're. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing to it, but I don't know. I think if I could predict the future, I would say that Damascus swords being bad is going to be debunked soon. If I could be so bold as to say, I could be totally wrong too. It has happened. All right, where am I at? Or the bamboo sticks, huh? Or the bamboo stakes. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, I finished talking about that. How I damaged my sword on some brown bamboo. Got the green stuff. Jerbs, that's the only thing that's holding me back from chopping stuff up. And not only that, the one Mr. Carl, Mr. Matt gifted me was a beauty and wouldn't want to bugger it up. And you got to at least use it. At least try pool noodles. That won't scratch your blade up. Water bottles are going to put scratches on it. So Try pull needles. That won't mess up your blade. Got to cut something with at least once, Gerbs. At least once. Put a battle scar on it. You know, put a little scratch on it. You won't hurt it. And then you have a story to tell. Or don't, whatever. Just messengers. You get from Walmart. What you talk about Walmart? Always soak what you're cutting first. The blade doesn't chip out. Yeah, and like I said, it's always good to soak it in water, whatever you're doing. Only then I'm very, very new to katana. Oh, you got enough guys here. You know what you're doing, Gerbs. You've watched us enough. You can probably do it just naturally. You'll be natural at it, Gerbs. Guarantee it. You'll be safe about it. I know you will. Okay, I'll get mine here. Joe. Hello, John. What's up, John? Mr. Joe, the first one you unboxed in the video is an amazingly beautiful blade, and the ray skin is amazing. Yeah. Oh, man, I wish I could have showed you that, Joe. I got one of those, too. It's not Cloud Hammer. It's a U sword. I need to do a review on it. But, yeah, it's got a ray skin side, which is about the only thing that's really immaculate on it. Everything else is. But it's cool. I thought you had that when I first seen it, because I was kind of looking down at my phone while I was driving. And I seen that. I was like, because I like the full ray skin. It is pretty cool. Gargoyles. I've cut bamboo with my QB 1095. Just went through it, no problem. Yeah, man. Yeah. But then again, it depends on sharpness level of your blade, thickness of the bamboo, a lot of factors. A lot of factors in there I found. Here is a Kura T10 is amazing for pool noodles. Yeah, I mean, the blade geometry can determine what you're cutting too, as well as the steel it's made from. So a lot of factors in, man, cutting in backyard shenanigans. T10 is amazing for pool noodles, least resistance because of the clean V geometric. Yeah, geometry is awesome. I'm gonna try those next, Joe. I just haven't found one I like yet. I may ask Mursami, see if he can make me one. Even Outlaw, it's time for the 5-year-old me to ask who would. Damn it! I couldn't see it. Win a fight, Samurai or Sasquatch? I don't know. I'm still waiting on $6 million man to fight Bigfoot. Joe, if Damascus is done well, it's good. Even that yes katana cheap sword cut with planks in half with no damage. Huh. But this cloud hammer looks badass. Wait till I shoot it. Right on. I'm sure theirs is way better than that one, I'm sure. Outlaw scars and scratches are sword's glory. Quote of Outlaw Samurai. Right on. Scars and scratches are a sword's glory. Quote of Outlaw Samurai. Gotcha. And that's true. Garen, what type of katana is featured in the movie Highlander? What do you mean? What's his name? Can't think of his name. Sean Connery. His katana. I don't know. I get confused watching that because sometimes it looks like a straight blade, but I don't know. It's like half katana, half something else. I couldn't tell you. And it's got a dragon handle on it, made out of ivory, I guess. I'd like to have one, but I don't know what it is. Can the Sasquatch hit really hard as a club or blunt axe at least? Well, I don't know. Kingfisher, that ray skin side is right on. Yeah, I like it, man. It's real cool. I'll probably because I got to remount that whole sword. I won't spoil the review, but it needs to be completely remounted. The handle, everything. And I mean remounted. I mean I need a new handle. I can't use that one. I got to take that apart and remount the whole, redo everything. And I'm gonna send the video straight to Live Sword. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I mean they sent it to me crap, which like I said, I kind of like that. Sometimes I'll take advantage of that and do a bad video because negative reviews really get a lot of views. Gargoyles. It's too bad Woot Steel is or was lost. Well, wood steel is not. The true Damascus is. Wood steel is what they make now. That's actually what it's called. It's not called Damascus. It shouldn't be called Damascus. Wood steel. They just throw chunks of carbon and fold it to get that pattern. So it's kind of it's really hard to control the carbon content to wood steel. I do believe that's why it's a lot softer than. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. You're at the ask Walter Sorrells on that one. He's the man. Uh, Standard tree club weapons, rocks, and normal strength, but samurais in full armor and a good Naganon and a Tachi sword for a secondary weapon. I don't know. That'd be a hard one. He did in the show somewhat. Huh? Display. That's right. They never did figure out how to accurately replicate the true Damascus steel. No, they never. The actual Damascus steel that's in the history books that the Greeks or Romans or whoever at the Battle of Thermopylae or Pompeii blew up. I don't know. All that back in that time. Yeah, that recipe was lost. Oh, wait a minute. I missed Kingfisher here. Also, the level of convex will have effect. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of determining factors on that, a lot of variables. Slight Nuku usually cuts better than flat grind or heavy Nuku, depending on target. Everything revolves around what you're doing. Samurai would probably win then against Bigfoot. Probably. We have a really thin bamboo growing in pots like that's pinky width and roughly 5 feet tall with that kind of bamboo. Oh yeah, that'd be perfect. Perfect. That way you won't damage anything. Bamboo doesn't really scratch up your sword real bad either. It will put little scratches on it, but not as bad as bottles or anything else. And that'd be perfect. Be perfect, Gerbs. Cut it while it's green. Don't cut no brown. Don't let it dry out and cut it. Cut it while it's green. So the power of wood steel isn't lost in time. Yeah, I think it was the alien made it. Aliens made Damascus? Could be. Dragon help made of ivory with the Shinogi Zakuri blaze, the one from Highlander. Yeah. See, I don't know. I think it was. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Karen, have you ever heard of or got any swords from Angel Forge? I'm gonna say I vaguely heard of them. I don't have anything from them, or probably wouldn't. They ain't popular enough for me to hear about them. I don't know. That's questionable. Then I can check them out though. Nowadays, it's pattern welding. Oh, for Damascus, for the wood steel patterns, probably a lot of it. They're calling it Damascus, and a lot of it's even etched. I've seen etched swords. This is Damascus. It's like, yeah, and I mean artificially etched. I mean, which is kind of stupid. It's probably cheaper to do it the real way. See, it came from India. They even found Chinese swords made out of it. Oh, Damascus, really? Oh man, I didn't know that. Outlaw. I was talking about the $6 million man versus Bigfoot. He did kind of fight. Yeah, I don't remember who won. I'm sure Bigfoot won, but I think the series ended shortly after that. So I don't remember. That was a long time ago, dude. Way before your time. Damn, I was a little kid when that was on. I barely remember it. Jared, I'll definitely be using that while it's green. I heard Mr. Bird, green bamboo, and there you go. Always cut the green. Be back, dude. Got to upload videos. Right on, Joe. Yeah, I'll probably be on here for another half hour or so, give or take. A couple hours, about my limit, 2.5 hours. Remember to smash the like and help the algorithm. Right on, Jerbs. Thank you, sir. I think I'm pretty good on that. Got 18 likes and 10 people in the room. Much love, Mr. Joe. Yes, sir, Jerbs. There it is. Yes, sir. Joe's awesome. Garen, they have two steels. One they call Techno Woots and the other called Living Steel. I wouldn't trust that. Damascus is the other place it came from. Right. Damascus in Syria, which is, I guess, historically where they're saying that came from. That got lost in time somewhere. Somebody dropped the recipe in a cave, but we'll find it in 10,000 years. Probably buried right along with a bunch of Bible scripture that we lost in time. in the Ark, the Lost Ark of the Covenant. Call Indiana Jones, he'll find it. Wow, I'm caught up on the chat finally. Sorry, guys. People were coming and going as I was chatting and responding to them and everything else. It's only been an hour and a half. Oh, right on, guys. How you guys doing? Everybody all right? Oh, Jerbs, I have to get the dogs out and have a puff. If you're still on when I get back, I'll be here. If not, have a blessed one. Right on. Thanks, Jerbs. Gargoyles, just take your time, Jerbs, and get a feeling for cutting. Right on. Yeah, man. Whenever you're ready, I'll be there. Oh, it says I was raised by an 80-plus-year-old great grandma that whacked a lot of me, that watched a lot of me TV grit and reruns in general. So I may be 23 physically, but mentally I'm older than you. But yeah, if you grew up watching the Jeffersons and you ain't much older than me. I mean, that's what I'm. Gilligan's Island. I mean, yeah, I remember. Yeah, Benny Hill, watching old Benny Hill, watching. Oh, I think one of my favorites was probably Different Strokes. I like Different Strokes. I like the Monkees. I watched a lot of the Monkees. Well, that probably because I had my aunt, my mom's sister she had a bunch of their albums that my mom had and that we listened to that I listened to when I was a kid. So I listened to the albums, watched the show, did all that. Dark Shadows. I didn't even know that was a show until I seen the movie Johnny Depp, which pretty good movie. But then I had to go back and watch a little bit of the show to kind of see what I didn't really get into it, but yeah, it was cool. It was all right. I keep something pulls me to keep watching Doctor Who reruns. Because now there's all these streaming channels, and yeah, I mean, when I was growing up, I got to watch Tom Baker as Doctor Who, the Fourth Doctor, and that was all. And that was even like a few years behind. I don't think that was actual live on the BBC. Like I think it was like a year or two later if it had already been played on the BBC, and then we would get it on PBS on public broadcasting station. Either way, that was still a long time ago, and I didn't ever even see none of the other doctors. I just didn't have access to the internet and all that stuff. So and there's like 70 years of the Doctor Who shows. I've been trying to catch up. Dark Shadow Melissa says in April, I believe in Schaumburg, Illinois, they have a Japanese sword and arch. Really? Well, Illinois is my neighboring state. I'm at the Schaumburg, huh? Schaumburg, Illinois. Is definitely something you would be into. I'll have to look into that. Schaumburg, I do believe I've been there. I don't think that's far from me. I think that's right across the border. And I'm only like maybe an hour and a half from the Illinois side of Missouri. I think Schaumburg is just not too far from there. I used to deliver food to Dairy Queen stores all over in the Midwest. So Schaumburg, Illinois sounds familiar. I'll check into that. Yeah, there's not. I've tried to find festivals. Very few and very far between. HEMA, they have some. They have a lot of them like hotels, and they'll cut the timing match. But I don't like them people. They're real stuck up. And they don't. I don't even think they want a katana involved in any of their shenanigans. It's funny because I think because they kind of, they look down on backyard cutters like myself cutting, tatami mats. But here, that's what they cut. That's the only thing they cut, And it's like they're trying to do what you do with a katana, with katana targets with the European sword. I don't know. And then, and they call me silly. Could be just me. I don't know. But I think they're all assholes. I mean, Tempest is cool, but he plays both sides of the fence. He's just a sword guy. He don't, I'm sure I know he talks about him and stuff. I don't know if he's really, but I'm sure he knows what I'm talking about. Their contests and stuff that they do with the Tommy match. I've tried to watch it on YouTube. It's like, these guys suck. And they're using a straight sword for one thing, which makes it a lot more difficult to what they're slicing, what they're doing. But I don't know. Like I said, I could be wrong, and most of the time I am. So my wife tells me. Oh, but I'll look into that. Schaumburg, Illinois. I have to remember that. And I'm gonna write that down in case I do forget. Schaumburg. Damn piece of paper. Hold on, people. Schaumburg. Okay. The outlaw Skipper Gilligan. Yes, Skipper. What I do this time? And yes, I would rather smash. Okay. We're not going to reach many Gilligan Goes porn. Garen, you should check out antique shows. What do you mean? Why? Antique shows? Why? I don't get you. What, for like swords? For katanas? How many types can be blowhards? Yeah, see, well, even there you go. The Tempest agrees with me, and he's kind of I don't know how involved he gets with all that, but being as he deals with European style blades, I'm sure he's very more familiar with that side than I am. So, and there's his opinion on it. So there you go. Oh, Garrett, antique shows you can find some swords. Yeah, that ain't a bad idea. I mean, there's a lot of them floating around here. A lot of katanas from World War II are floating around the U.S. A lot of them, from, that the GIs brought back over. So it's Melissa says it's at a motel. Yes, there are snooty, but there are some down to earth people. Well, I mean, I was just talking about the HEMA contests that I've seen on YouTube. They were all in a fancy, big high ceiling hotel room somewhere. So, I don't know. I just soon go out in my backyard, cut bamboo all day long, and not invite any of them. You guys are cool. You guys are all right. Come on. No, most of the swords are amazing. Yeah, and I do like the swords some of them guys have for sure. I just didn't see them as very talented cutters. I mean, like I said, they're trying to cut the Tommy mats with broadswords. They should have been using a katana for one thing. Would have been a lot easier. Yeah, they are on Google. Oh, we talk about the Japanese festival. It's on Google. What are you talking about, Melissa? Half of them are cool, but some of the dudes can be real hard to approach or deal with. Yeah, I mean that's what I gathered. And they would kind of interview him and hear him. I would hear him talk in between cutting and stuff. It's like, man, that guy's a real asshole. Or at least I know he would be if I approached him. Backyard shenanigan hooligan like myself. He'd go next. But I don't need him either. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Gargoyles, for Tempest. Anytime, Tempest. Going to go. Everyone have a good night. Right on, Alex. See you later, buddy. Tempest Blade. See you, Gargoyles. Armored Sweatpants. What's going on, man? Mr. Bird saying hi to everybody. I think Jerb stepped out for a minute. He said he might be back. Kingfisher Night. Happy Samurai Sunday tomorrow. Right on, King. Later, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Mr. Wizard. Garen, when I figure out how to make videos other than shorts, I will tell the story about an old Tanto. Cool. Cool. Yeah. You on it. That'd be awesome. I dig a good Tanto video. And I don't mean the Indian with the Lone Ranger. Hey, pants, man. Oh, you found it in an antique shop. That's pretty cool. How much you pay for that? It set you back a lot? I mean, if it's they revered the Tanto just like katanas. I mean, the antique ones have signatures on the tangs and everything. It's just Smith who made it and all that shit. Man, I do like looking at that. I wish more production places would sign their tangs just because it looks really cool, but they won't. Some of them do. Ryan Sword does. I don't think they don't sign all of them. There's a certain dollar amount where they'll sign them and whatnot. But now I'm just rambling. We didn't get Eric Hussein, did we? I was hoping Eric would show up. I need to have him on with me if he's watching. Hey, Eric. I'm sure he would have said something. Did he come in? No, Joe did. And a lot of you guys did. And I didn't get Matthew Jensen. That was too funny, and I wish I should. So what? I guess he came off his live stream. And he was all drunk, or half drunk, and he asked me if, how did he put it? If I was going to break in his house, which swords of his would I steal? And I didn't think about it at the time. I was just really eager to answer. I'm sure he was trying to set me up for something, I think. And I didn't think about that at the time. I should have just kept my mouth shut. I think I've incriminated myself. So if I get arrested, you see the cops come in, it's good. Matthew Jensen knocked on me for stealing his Highlander sword. That was a good one, though. That was pretty good. That was good fun. Karen with a lady wanted 50. Oh, for the Tonto. Really? That's it? Have you taken it apart? Like I said, it might have the signature on the tang and stuff, man. It'd be worth. You got to be careful taking it apart. You don't want to split the bamboo peg or anything, but man, I would really want to take a look at it. I would take it apart. I have no problem doing that, but depends on how at ease you are dealing with something like that. I don't know what your knowledge is on it, but if you don't know what you're doing, you can really fuck something up real quick. Especially something antique like that. You don't want to split the bamboo peg, and I would want to use that one. I wouldn't want to redo it, make another one or anything. I mean, I wouldn't even use something like that would hang on the wall. But it'd be cool to see if there's a signature of the history behind it. Melissa, the Japanese sword and artifact show is on Google. Oh, sorry, I didn't know more information offhand. Oh, right on. I'll check it out. Japanese sword and artifact show. Outlaw, if this shows up, it is not Killing Ghost Triple X. This is a taco smash or pass out again. And I say, fight me, Marianne is the best Gilligan Island waifu. I caught about half of that. Go for the T10. Exactly. There you go. Sweatpants says T10. Yeah. T10 all day long. Garen says I wasn't able to get it. Oh, you didn't get it. Tatanto. Why not? Go get it. What's up, honey? Mrs. Bird is home.
Who are you on with?
Huh?
Who are you on with?
I'm on here with 6 different people. We're on here with Sweatpants and Melissa Stanton and Garen, Outlaw Samurai, and Joe was on here. I don't know if he's still on here. Jerbs might come back.
Joe's not on here?
I had like 19 people on here at one time. A little earlier, down to 6.
Hello, everyone.
This is Bird.
So, all right.
She's looking all fancy. She had to get on the internet, show off her awesomeness.
No, I'm going over there to put some sweatpants on.
And there goes the sexiness. Back to Married with Children.
And fanciness is over.
Let's see, Melissa. It's a lot of collectible blades. Subas. Oh, right on. Yeah, I like seeing old antique Subas. Gives me ideas to kind of make my own or whatever. Garen, ivory scabbard and grip that was engraved is supposedly used in the sepulchre. What are you talking about? Oh, the Tonto had an ivory scabbard, really? Huh. Man, that would be cool. Hell, that'd be worth. Good Lord, that'd be worth a lot. Okay, it had a chip out of the scabbard. So what? I mean, good luck trying to find another ivory scabbard somewhere. I'm sure wow, that would be cool. I think I would have just stole it. I would have blackmailed her, made her sell it to me. Sell it to me. I wouldn't steal it. I'd force her to sell it to me. She'd have no choice. I'd make her an offer she wouldn't refuse. Couldn't refuse. Whatever. Kingfisher T10 makes the strongest edge I've cut with. Also, hey, Mrs. Bird. Kingfisher says hi
Hello.
from Canada. Ain't you in Canada? You're in Canada, right? Because it cost me like $150 to ship you anything.
Do I say hello,
And hold off on those. Do what?
Do I say hello or do I say hey?
Say. But yeah, on that I was going to send you that. I'm going to redo them with winter. I'm going to let it warm up a little bit first. I got to redo a batch of them. So, but I will send them to you. So, Tempest says hi to you.
Hello.
She says hi.
Yeah, hello,
Pants
hello.
rock, but I'm partial. Dude, should we blaze? No, you guys are all right. No, she put her sweatpants on.
What?
Melissa has it. Dude, should we blaze? Should we asking we should leave the room?
Oh.
No, it's that moment's passed. It was that quick. If you blink, you would have missed it.
I don't mess around.
Hello, this is a term that means a female character you'd want to marry in real life. That's what wafu means. Oh, hi, Miss Bird. Like example, if you want to marry Wonder Woman from DC Comics.
What?
Okay, waifu. It was, Garrett says, I was in college and at the show with my parents and they didn't have a checkbook with them. Man, the bad choices parents make for their kids. That's one right there.
You don't want to get me going on.
Aha, whoa, what? Oh, are you? Kingfisher's reacting to something there. Sweatpants is way ahead of you, Melissa.
What?
I don't know. They're all kind of talking amongst themselves there for a second.
Oh. See, now we're better. See how fast that's over.
Hello. Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
No.
That
Sorry.
was my Lionel Richie impersonation. Pretty good for not even being black.
That's debatable.
Always got to be a critic.
That's my job as your wife.
All right, I think about half the people left here. I mean, I think I'm about ready to call it. What do you guys think? You guys got any questions? Got any sword questions? Hit me. I'm an anime outlaw. Says I'm an anime nerd, and I have no shame saying I'm one bad decision away from Urza Scarlet Body Pillow. I think about that for a minute. Kinky. Well, who isn't? CT, you know. One bad decision away from a lot of things. Oh yeah, it'd be me. Don't think about it too much. What are you talking about, Tempest? I got lost in there. Says thank you. No problem, buddy. Did I miss something, Tempest? What are you talking about? I'm trying to scroll back up, see. I don't know. If I try to find that I'm lost, I'll get lost even more. How long do you think Zach Wilde will last in Pantera? I just mentioned you and that whole scenario there earlier. We'll talk about that. I don't know. I haven't heard it. I'm sure there's probably, because they've been on tour for a while. They're supposed to be here real soon in St. Louis, if not already. I'm sure there's a clip on YouTube of them playing. I'd like to hear him play them old Diamond Daryl songs and see how close he is, you know. But that whole thing's kind of weird because there's only the bass player, is that the original bass player from Pantera that's on tour with them now? Because I know Phil Anselmo's singing, and they got Zach Wilde playing the guitar for Diamond Daryl, and I don't know who's playing drums for Daryl's brother. What's his name? Because he's dead too. I mean, why have half of Pantera come back? I don't know. Leonard Skinner killed that for me. Leonard Skinner came back and not even any of the original members of the band were in it. It's like, how can you even do that? So that kind of thing. I mean, And I think we touched on that before too. It's like some bands some people you just don't want to replace. You know, they deserve that iconic moment. To replace them is just debunking the whole thing. Most of them are like that. Some people can get away with it. Most of them can't. But I'm curious what, I would like to hear him play the old Pantera, that's like the first album that I like. I'd like to hear Zach pull it off. I bet he can't. I don't think he's a thrash guitarist. I don't know. And that first album's really fast and thrashy. There are other stuff I can see him playing it, but that first album in Cowboys from Hell. I guess the first two albums really Vulgar Display. Vulgar Display really is thrash. I don't see him pulling that off as good as. I mean, Diamond Darrell he started out playing thrash. They evolved into kind of more metal, melodic riffs. It wasn't just open as fast as you can go. And that's the stuff I like. So, and I don't like Zach Wild, and they still don't like. I can hear they'll play. They've been advertising for their tour on KC95 in St. Louis that hates Zach Wild, and I can almost hear every DJ just grimacing at every time they have to play that commercial. It's like, oh, I don't want to do this, but they do it anyway. But that's only because I don't know why that is. They shouldn't be. I think they're coming here because see, Zach Wild, Black Label Society doesn't come here, and because St. Louis won't promote them, and it's like the people they can't even get. I mean, KC95 has such an influence that Black Label Society can't play at any of the auditoriums because of that. KC95 will stop you. I mean, they did it to Guns N' Roses too. Put that asshole on probation for 5 years. So I'm getting way behind on it. I think I'm dying on the chats here. Okay, gotcha. Dragon Sword, what do you think? I don't know. I kind of is it Dragon Sword or talking Dragon Sword or Dragon King? Because I'm familiar with Dragon King. They got expensive swords. Dragon Sword, I don't know. Question: the YouTube sword community versus zombies, who would win? Oh well, sword community by far. Is that even a question? They're coming to Wisconsin. I've seen Sweatpants says they're coming to Wisconsin. I've seen the video. It's all right. Charlie Benatti, Rex Brown, Charlie Benatti. You mean Charlie Benatti? I don't know. You're not getting that confused with Charlie. Is it Charlie Bennett from Anthrax and SOD? That's his name, ain't it? Okay, that's not the same person. That dude's a phenomenal drummer, man. That's like the thrash god drummer right there. He's one of them, anyway. Sasquatch for sure. Garen, another movie that featured Katana was the Kill Bill movie. Yeah, I think we touched on this the last live stream too. Yeah, I watched that as a comedy. It's funny to watch it now that what I've learned about katanas. Kind of funny. I still like to see Hattori Hanzo's room up in the attic, though. It's his sword display room. I'll still watch that movie just to see that scene. I think the samurai myself, but I see your point. Straight Tempest. Their conversation going on without me. There's only one dime bag. Yeah. See, I mean, to me, that's Diamond Darrell because I don't know why that nickname didn't stick, but that's how I remember him being called was Diamond Darrell. I think that's what it says in the credits on the back of the albums, even. I don't know where Dimebag came from, but like I said, I stopped listening to Pantera at that point, so I don't remember even calling him that because it's not what I called him. But there is only one, yeah, that's for sure. He played in a weird key, kind of. I don't know. It definitely had a style, man, for sure. But I don't like it when he got kind of mellow. When they started doing Planet Caravan, shit like that, I lost interest. Got to be fast and hard for me. Dragon Sword YouTube mystery. I wouldn't trust it. Now, Dragon King, I've heard of them. They make some nice swords. I'm actually going to check one of them out. Semi, not in the future. No, the one I want's like $1,000. So yeah, it's a little crazy. Oh, Charlie Bennett from Anthrax. Yeah, from SOD. Yeah. See, I'm more the SOD kind of guy. I love Anthrax, don't get me wrong, but they were Stormtroopers of Death. I was introduced to Stormtroopers of Death. I was introduced to Anthrax. I didn't even know that SOD was Anthrax until I think a little while later I ran into an Anthrax album. I'm like, oh shit, that's who that is. But Stormtroopers of Death was just a phenomenal record, man. It just the epitome of thrash metal was laid down right there, dude. The 10 Commandments of it was SOD for sure. Anybody says different, I'll fight you. Melissa, I recently bought one. Have a review I'm working on. Cool. Some good with some bad. Do negative reviews. They help get subscribers. As crazy as it sounds, it does. I got a couple negative reviews I got really nice views for what they were. They shouldn't have got that many, but they did. Garen, you ever listen to the HU band? Never heard of them. Have no idea. Outlaw, I recommend the Spring Sakura. It's a shorter sword, so it would fit your hands well. I don't know who you're talking about. I see Dragon Sword being distributed by the same as Zisei, or maybe just their budget line. Oh, you know what? That is, I have. Yeah. I heard somehow Dragon Sword is the affiliate company of Zisei or something. Who? I don't know where I heard that, but I've heard something about that too. I don't have a Zisei, but when I did investigate them, they didn't have, for some reason, I just got turned off because their edge hardness they liked it like 57, 58 Rockwell hardness. I needed 63, so they're like way off from me. They have really nice looking blades or swords for sure, but it'll be a while before I investigate them. Outlaw from Dragon King. Yeah, the Dragon Kings, they got some they mixed their steel with T10 and spring steel. I want to check that out, but it's like $1,200 or something. The guys who worked with Papa Roach are doing really? Huh. The Who? The HU band? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not a big Papa Roach fan, so that's probably why I never heard of them. Melissa's, I honestly think Zisei has nothing to do with Dragon Sword. Well, I don't know. It sounds familiar for some reason. Mongolian rock guy, right? Who, HU band? Oh, is that who that is? That fucking Mongolian metal? They're all playing big old cellos and shit. Is that who that? That don't sound bad. Ain't really my thing, but I like metal, but sometimes I draw a line somewhere. Now that there is a Norwegian guy, Mr. Marcelli or something, that plays a cello. He's got 2 bass drums that he plays with his feet, and then he's got a big cello that's all hooked up to distortion and amplifier. He'll play death metal, and it sounds like Mayhem or Presume or some really black metal shit. He sings with Mr. Marcelli, I think it is. I don't know. I have to look it up, but I can't do it now. Dragon Sword they seem cheaper than Zisei. Well, I don't know. There's a lot cheaper than Zisei. Zisei is expensive. Outlaw, if we were all passed out in Katana Land from the Jesus Juice, how are we all to fight the zombie? The Jesus Juice. How are we all to fight zombies? Well, we'll have to do shifts. King says, "Don't worry, Sasquatch will crush them." Man, well, hopefully. I don't know if there's a Sasquatch out here somewhere. I thought I heard one, but not real sure. Outlaw says, Hanwei is Dragon King's parent company. Oh, yeah, that's right. Right. Dragon King is a branch of Hanwei. Right. That's right. I forgot about that. They are, aren't they? Garrett said the HU is a Mongolian band playing traditional Mongolian instruments and featuring throat singing. Yeah, death metal or black metal. It's all that. Of course, that's funny too because all them guys got it from Celtic Frost and Venom, who there wasn't really a black metal category back then. I mean, Venom had a song and an album called Black Metal, but none of the bands called themselves black metal bands. Back then, it took 10 years for that to happen. But a funny point to metal history. Let's see. Those Mongolians won't stop tearing down my wall. You got a big wall around your house there, Melissa? Mongolians bugging you? Fucking Mongolians. Oh, what kind of terrible wall. As soon as you build it. Worse than a big bad wolf. Yeah, that's them. Oh, okay. That HE band, the Mongolian death metal, black metal, which is kind of basic metal now. Everybody does that throat singing. They used to call it dogs barking back in my day because nobody liked that, like Celtic Frost and Venom, Bathory, Possessed. Very few people listen to that kind of shit. It was just too extreme at that time. It took to the 90s when Mayhem and Bruzoom and all them church crazy bands, made it somewhat mainstream. Sweatpants. Hanway is distributed by RVA now. Yeah, he's got Cass Hanway and Dragon King. I think he still even talks to Bo Hayu. A couple of, there's somebody else too, Cloudhammer, of course. A couple other, he won't mention who they are, but I know there's got to be a couple other because of swords I've never seen before. He's got a lot of budget stuff too. So, Sweatpants. King Diamond was considered first generation black metal as well as Venom, right? But back then we didn't call it black metal. Back then it was if you talked about Satan, you were death metal. There wasn't really the term black metal didn't. It's funny because even though Venom had it really didn't get used like it's used now or even in the 90s. So I don't know, it's just kind of weird. And it's a lot of people didn't like King Diamond was extreme too back then. I mean, King Diamond, he was just the other end of the dog barking guys, like Celtic Frost. He was Bathory. He was just the other scope of the pendulum at that point. It took a real I don't know how you want to say it. You had to like it. And if you didn't, you and a lot of people didn't. But that dude could sing, man. That dude had a voice, man. A lot of people don't understand. That dude's more talented than Mariah Carey. He can hit more vocals than God, that dude could hit some notes. I bet people argue me that Rob Halford and Judas Priest could sing like King Diamond, and that's who influenced King Diamond. Well, that may be, but Rob Halford ain't hitting no notes like King Diamond. I had never heard. There was I don't know what I was on, some chat somewhere on Facebook or something, and some dudes tried to argue with me about it. I'm like, as soon as you started arguing, I was like, done. I'm out of the chat room, and I went to YouTube and checked out, really old Judas Priest, where I knew his voice had to be really high. He could hit them high notes back then when he was younger. Still wasn't nothing like King Diamond did. So, I don't know, whatever. Apparently, I'm holding a grudge about that. I guess I need to let go, as the Jedi would say. Outlaws. And all of the Four Seasons swords from Dragon King are made of 5160. Yeah, this includes the Spring Sakura, Summer Lotus, Autumn Leaf, and the Winter Sun, which I have the Spring Sakura and the Winter Sun. Right. No, these, I forget which one I was looking at. I mean, they were the more expensive one. One was like $1,200, one was like $1,400. And it was a mixture of the steel, the T10 and the spring steel or something. I'm like, wow, yeah, I didn't even know anybody did that. So it really perked my interest. So I'll be checking it out. It may be a while, but I don't think there's any. I know Matt Jensen's done the high end Dragon King. Maybe he might have a review on that kind of steel. I'll have to check it out. I don't know. Sweatpants. The black metal didn't sound like black metal until Gorgoth and Bathory. Well, even Bathory was around at the beginning. I mean, they were. Wow, that first album was. Hell, the first album was in '84, you know, and the term black metal didn't really get tossed around until the '90s, until '94, 10 years later, you know, and nobody liked Bathory. I like three of my friends liked it. That was it, man. Really had to be an acquired listener to put that like dude's voice, man. You know, you had to have like five tracheotomies, gargling fucking glass. But it was cool, man. There was nothing that sounded like it. It still ain't nothing that sounds like it. Dude's Bathory's intense crap, man. Sacramentums, I think they kind of resemble Bathory, but that's just my opinion. But Gorgoroth, I never really, they haven't been around near as long as Bathory, I don't think, because otherwise I'd have been listening to them back then. See, I wouldn't even put them two in the same sentence. Bathory, that's like Venom, Celtic Frost. Oh God, who was all the European bands back then? There wasn't too many of them actually. Had Venom, Bathory, Celtic Frost. Celtic Frost was, of course, Hellhammer before that. God, who else was around? There was more American bands at that time doing the death metal kind of thing. I don't know. It's funny though; they didn't really call it black metal till like 10 years later, like I've said. But God, I can't think of I know there's more European bands that I listen to than that were doing that. The Destruction, they were German. They didn't really tap on the demonic side though. They were more kind of evil thrash, kind of Slayerish. Yeah, I don't know. Mariah Carey. Well, I mean, she's got a good voice, man. I don't listen to her shit, but I know what she sounds like. She's got a high range. I mean, she got that. What do you call it? The triple octaves, the 3-octave voice range. So does King Diamond, if not 4. That dude can sing high and he can sing low too. It's crazy. Mayhem, you're like man, dude. As soon as I read that book, The Lords of Chaos, it's all about all those Norwegian and Scandinavian, all them bands. Oh man, I just fell in love with that kind of music. I didn't, because I kind of stepped out of the metal scene there, or it was really stagnant, for a while, and I didn't really, the internet still hadn't popped up, or it was just about to at that time. I'm sure I didn't have a computer, more or less a cell phone to look anything up. So I was a little late on the web, but yeah, I read that book. Some dude I worked with turned me on to that book. I'm like, man, I just checked out all the bands in there. It turned me on to Sacramentum, Dissection, Emperor. I'm sure there's 100 more I can't even think of, because that happens when you want to think of something you can't. All says Kiss God of Thunder is all I'll say. Oh yeah, I got a trivia question for you. What was the name of the movie Kiss was in? Google it. And I'm not talking about the animated with Scooby Doo. I'm talking about the movie. Had to been early '80s, maybe late '70s that they did. I think they actually played it on syndicated TV like NBC or something at the time. But what was the name of the movie that Kiss was starred in? And they're horrible actors, by the way. They may do rock and roll, but they're bad at acting. Listen, the church burning thing was a turn off for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm not for religion, but I'm not going to go out and kill somebody just because they're Catholic either. But I mean, it was kind of a bummer here. I mean, they did that, and these are all wooden churches that had been built like 1,000 years ago, 400 or 500 years ago, in the Crusades. And I just have I'm as metal as they get, but I'd have a problem with burning something like that down. Now, a regular church, not so much, but something like that. I mean, man, that's just hard to fathom. And it's weird because those bands over there, they weren't singing about what they were doing. They were desecrating graveyards and burning churches and killing each other. Wearing suits of armor and going out and battling each other. But they didn't. But there, none of those bands, none of the lyrics in their songs are about what they did. And it's weird because at the same time, you come over to the U.S. and you got bands like Slayer and Exodus, and they're singing about mutilated corpses falling from the sky, and they weren't doing nothing violent, but they were singing about violence. And the Norwegians, their lyrics aren't violent, but they were doing violent things. Really weird how that got twisted all up like that. I find it ironic. I don't know. Maybe not ironic. It's just trippy. Yeah, Kiss Detroit Rock City. No, that was not it. It was Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. Was the name of it. Really bad movie. Yeah, Kiss Meet the Phantom. Phantom of the Park is actually a little fun. Good job, Sweatpants. Shrabsters? Is that Carnival Shenanigans? What's up, man? Hey, Bird, have you seen the Red Letter Media Studio in the Kiss movie? Man, I don't even, dude, I watched that movie when I was like 7 or 8. Couldn't even tell you. I don't even remember. I just happened to ask it in a trivia question earlier tonight. And somebody said something about Kiss, so kind of triggered it. Other than that, I have no idea. Outlaws, talk about the Battle of the Bands. Battle of the Bands? There's a battle? I was in a Battle of the Bands. Or no, I wasn't in the band yet, actually. I watched the band I was going to be in. I watched their Battle of the Bands, and they won hands down. But they'd let the singer would let you beat him up while he sang. It's kind of hard to beat that. Living what they were preaching. Well, that's just it. They weren't preaching that though. That's what I'm saying. It was weird because, like I said, we're over here. They were preaching about mass destruction, killing people, but they weren't doing it. But the Norwegians weren't singing about it, but they were doing it. I don't know. I just found it hella confusing. Usually, metal's more staple than that. I thought it was a fine road. Apparently, there's branches and twists and turns that nobody knew about. Some thought the Norwegian church burners added mystique to the legend. Well, I mean, a lot of it was Varg Vikernes, and he wanted, he was a rebel against the whole Crusades and bringing Catholicism into Norway. He was born in the wrong period. He should have been born a Viking. He would have done a lot better. Tuco 59. Am I saying that right? What do you think about what's going on? I'm not getting into politics. Not here. You got the wrong talk for that. Unless they're using katanas on each other, I have no opinion. And then I probably still wouldn't. Oh, it says when those Norwegian guys win a crazy battle of the bands. Oh, I don't know if they did battle of the bands. I mean, they would actually get swords and kill each other. I mean, the guy from Berzoom, Varg Vikernes, stabbed the guitarist from Mayhem with like a Bowie knife like 90 times in the skull. And they talked about using swords on other. If your band sucked, they'd beat the shit out of you. You'd be lucky if you weren't stabbed with a broadsword. They take their metal very serious over there. a little bit more than I'm accustomed to. I mean, I like metal, but damn. Shrabster's Red Letter Media is a YouTube channel that discusses old movies. They did a video on the Kiss movie. It's pretty funny. Oh, right on. I got you. Oh, well, it was a hilarious movie, I'm sure. I mean, I've seen little clips here and there recently of just really bad acting, just poor lighting, poor camera. I mean, it's just really bad. And you'd think with all the money that Kiss had, they would have done something better. It just shows they were not ready for Hollywood yet. They thought they were. Bombed. Severely. I'll have to watch that again, though. I'm sure it's even funnier now that I'm older. But even I remember it as a kid. I remember it being dorky. I remember you just, Kiss lost a lot of leverage doing that. I think kind of slowed them down a little, just a little bit. Then they went back to albums. And they were all right. Swords are outlawed in Ukraine. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Matter of fact, I mean, you say they are. I know, I believe you, but I think I looked it up somewhere because I was looking up about China, and yeah, it said they were outlawed in Ukraine. What kind of knife did Varg use? I have no. It was some kind of big Bowie knife he had. I forget which one. I want to say it might have been the one, but that's a replica of the bad guy from Cobra. Remember he had that Bowie knife? It had the knuckles, big spiked knuckles. I forget what you call that plate, their guard that goes around your hand when you. It's basically a Bowie knife with brass knuckles, but it had big spikes on it. I think he had a replica of that. I want to say that's what he used on him. I could be wrong though. But he did stab him like ungodly amount of times right in the head. I mean, he describes in the book having to put his boot on Oysterin's head to get the knife out of his skull. Yeah, it's pretty morbid. And that's not even what he went to prison for. Fucking Norwegians are crazy. Oh, that's the jokes that battle the bands of two. I got you. right on. I'm slow tonight, man. I'm gonna say each other, right. Saying as an outlaw, I should change that. you might want to. Knuckle guard. That's I couldn't. That's the word I'm looking for. Knuckle guard. But it was even more than that. It had spikes and shit on it. If you know the knife I'm talking about, from the bad guy that in Cobra was Sylvester Stallone. But I don't know. I know it was a Bowie knife. It was big, and he had to put it on his head to get it out. Like I said, I don't think that's what he went to prison for. I think what he went to prison for was burning them two churches down. The Falstaff Church and the other one, whatever, it was like 400-year-old oak, all wooden built churches. Or maybe not oak. I don't know what they got over in Norway, but I imagine a lot of evergreen trees. But that's why it burnt so well. It's because it's all made out of wood. You know, back in the Crusades, like 17th, 18th century. So, yeah. At least 20. What do we got here? Wait, okay. Knuckle guard. What's up, Roy? Roy from Air Powers here. Trench style knife. Yeah. Sweatpants. At least 27 different subgenres of metal. Yeah, there are now. I mean, it used to be pretty simple. But then, even in my day, it was getting, you had thrash and you had death metal. You had thrash metal, you had death metal, and you kind of had. Then you had the crossover, the punk. It was growing even back then, but we tried to keep it simple. And now it's even you got what your goth metal, your symphonic goth metal. Yeah, there's too many of it. It's too much. Some of it's not even metal. As far as I'm concerned. If it's not an open G at 500 miles per hour, it's not even metal. Sweatpants. I used to be sub to Varg's YouTube channel. His channel was taken down. That doesn't surprise me. I think he'd only been out of prison maybe a year or two, and I was friends with him on Facebook for about 2 weeks. And I know what it was. It's because my last name is it could be perceived as Norwegian, but I knew once if he investigated my Facebook page, he would have known. He would have been this Southern honky he ain't Norwegian. I'm sure that's why he deleted me. Found out I was some country redneck backwoods USA. I could be totally wrong, but I doubt it. But I did last 2 weeks, which probably I could say that happier probably than most because Varg is a really indiscriminate kind of guy. If he doesn't like you, he really doesn't like you. Actually, he's kind of an asshole. Very, very warped sense of mentality going on in that dude. Prison did not help him out at all. Actually, there's a funny story with that. He in that book I was reading about Varg, mainly about Varg, about all that shit. But it said when he was in prison, Norway has a strange law that states if you're a relative of an inmate and you feel that that inmate is in mortal danger of their life, you can do whatever it takes to rectify that situation. If it calls for breaking them out of prison, you're good. And he was in a fight and he got his jaw broke, and his mom hired terrorists to break him out of prison, and they almost succeeded. And she never got charged for it. Because that law said that she could do that because she was in fear for his life. Weird shit, man, and it's true. True. I'm crapping you negative, man. I'm sure Norway has changed that law now, but that's if you yes, really intense stuff. It's a cool book because it starts out talk about metal, first before it gets into all these crazy people, and it talks about how the metal had started and where those guys got it from. Basically, it starts the origins like Celtic Frost, Venom, and talks about all that shit. King Diamond, you know, it's a good book, man. It's probably the only book I've read like 4 times. I haven't even finished Lord of the Rings. I've read that book, but I've read Lords of Chaos at least 4 or 5 times. Matter of fact, it's been about 8 years since I read it. I probably need to read it again. Am I getting behind on chat? What happened? Tempest and Armor saying hi. About he's so long rants about his story. Yeah, Varg. Yeah, Varg's against for sure. He's against that. He's definitely anti-Christian. You could say he's the Antichrist. He'd probably love that nomenclature. Yeah, real evil dude, man. Ain't right. His music sucked too. Have you ever heard Presume? Have you ever take the time to listen to Presume? Presume is a one-man band by Varg Vikernes, if you don't know, who started all the church burning over Norway and was pretty much the ringleader of all that shit. I ain't gonna say it sucks, but I mean he'll tell you he's going for the sound. If zombies could form a band and use the worst equipment, that's what it would be. And he's dead on the money with that one. I like his song War song. I mean, I've listened to a lot of his stuff and a lot of his I mean, the guy put out like 5 or 6 albums while he was in prison with this synthesizer. So weird stuff, man. Weird stuff. It's the kind of shit you want to play outside your door on Halloween night, scare the kids walking up for candy, because it's like 12 hours of just evil, eerie music. I don't even know if it's just sound. I guess it's melodic at some points. But yeah, it's scary stuff, man. Dude's out there. Religion, that's just another topic that would take more than a live chat. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want. We're actually talking about metal bands, but I don't want to go too far into religion either, nor politics or any of that. No. This is basically metal. This is a metal stream. We're talking about swords made of metal. We're talking about bands that play metal. Anything else is taboo. Presumed Dungeon Synth. Yeah, like I said, he put out like I want to say 5 or 6 albums in prison, just on the synthesizer. So, and the other two albums he actually played all the instruments. I think there was 2 albums he did before he got in prison. I don't know. They should have never let him out. Now he's probably going to hunt me down and find me. Air Power. I recommend Forest Valky to watch. I have no idea. Oh, we're talking about some crazy metal. Me and Sweatpants, we go way back on our. We delve into the cultish realm of music. Even, if a band has like 10 fans, that's who we like. Definitely underground. I would think. Me and Sweatpants at least can travel that realm. I'm sure together for a few days. Melissa said Brazil is acquired. Yeah, real acquired. Yeah. I'm surprised he. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just crazy stuff. It's really weird. Roy said, "Man, I've not got into metal bands since the '80s." But you missed out, man. It's never died. I've stuck with it. I go out in my van right now on the radio. There's a Slayer CD right in it, ready to play. Show No Mercy, I do believe. No, I don't. I got Dead Kennedys, Fresh Fruit, Fried and Vegetables. Matter of fact, still, I'm a punk rocker and metalhead, man. Always will be. I agree with Melissa. Yeah, acquired taste, most definitely. Yeah. I mean, I've listened to it, but I've only listened to it all once. there's never a repeat. I'll listen to War. That's probably my. It's actually a pretty good song. Really fast, really cool. But his other stuff's just too crazy to listen to all the time. Like I said, I've checked it out. That's about as far as I got. That was good. I was good enough for that. Mayhem too. Mayhem's a little better. At least they stayed a band. I mean, and they were a band. There was members till Varg killed them. The story just keeps getting worse, don't it? It's definitely an intense story though with what happened over there, and they took metal to a whole nother level. I could say it was good or bad. Most likely bad. Sounds bad. Actually, the last metal band I liked and listened to was Mudvayne. Yeah, see, that's that mainstream stuff. I don't, that's yeah. I mean, they're all right, but I don't listen to them. There's too mainstream for me. 10 fans, sellouts. So you guys listen to any new metal? I mean, it's for me. It's more old bands producing newer stuff more than newer. There's not a lot of new metal that I can listen to that's got originality like it did back in the '80s. It's hard to find a band that everybody's copying over something. Everybody's copying over somebody else that's already copied something 5 times. It's like, yeah, there's too many metal bands for me to listen to check out anymore. And like I said, I still listen to the old bands just putting out new stuff. Every once in a while, I'll come across a good band that just came out. I Lost Society. Now there's a good group of kids that can really thrash. Man, these guys are fast. Oh man, it's just like right out there. I think they're mellowing out and getting kind of weird, but their first couple albums are just really, really. I mean, they're homegrown thrash, man. You'd be surprised. I was shocked. You're talking 4 generations later, and these dudes are pulling it off like Dave Mustaine did. But it's pretty few and far between for me, anyway. In my musical opinion, like I said, I like originality, and undergroundedness too. Yeah. Oh, Air Power Royce. Slipknot was cool for me, but I listen to country mainly. I'm a good old country folk. Right on. I can listen to some old David Allan Coe. Don't get me wrong, but I still get sucked into metal or punk. Tool, never really got into some of his first stuff. Yeah, it was all right. Slipknot, no, I can't handle him. I went to a concert. It was Anthrax, Motorhead, Slayer, and Slipknot. The first 3, I stayed. The Slipknot was the closing act. I left before they even came on the stage. As soon as Slayer was done, I was done. I wasn't going to listen to Slipknot after. You can't follow Slayer. What's wrong with you people? So, yeah. But, kids today, what are you going to do? But I was glad I got to see Lemmy before he passed because I think he died like 4 or 5 years. It was only like maybe a couple of years later he died. So I was lucky I got a chance to see him. That was good. Just watching him play Ace of Spades, man. Whew. Dude, that's just beyond cool. I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to go. This live stream doesn't end soon. I hate having to early out, but I got to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna head out. Right on. I'm probably ain't gonna stay much too long. Getting kind of tired too. Actually, I forgot I've been keeping the wife from coming down and going to bed, so maybe I should leave. Right on, CT. This says who? Who we talking about? Who we talking about? I got lost. Let me. Very proud of the Blue Man Group. How about those guys? Blue Man Group. I don't think you're going to get much reaction mentioning country bands. Not at the moment, anyway. Blue Man rocks for a cover band. What do they cover? Who are they covering? R.I.P. Lemmy. Yeah, there'll be nobody like him ever again. You know, he was a roadie for Jimi Hendrix. That's where he started. Imagine that. Pretty fucking cool. No wonder he made it. I mean, it was inedible. You're Jimi Hendrix's roadie. You're bound to go somewhere. They're not going to put you to the wayside. I can tell you that. They have awesome. They have awesome drums. Oh, talk about Slipknot. Well, they got two drummers, or a drummer and a bongo player, whatever it is. But yeah, I want to say they got like two drum sets going on. That's too many drums for me. Hell, Dave Lombardo from Slayer's got like a 93-piece drum set. That's and he plays all of them in one song. That dude's phenomenal. And I'm not just saying that because I like Slayer. Dave Lombardo was a phenomenal drummer, man. He's like Neil Peart on steroids on fucking meth. So they're probably you done now about the Blue Man? Oh man, you should YouTube and then after that check them out on YouTube. What do they cover? Blue Man is a Vegas act. Vegas act. Hawkwind, there you go. There's some old Motorhead right there. That's like, I don't know, like Pink Floyd metal. You know, I don't even know how to describe Hawkwind. I've only heard a few of the songs. It's real trippy, like Motorhead on acid. Right, I found some friends that listen to guys screaming. I'm like, that isn't music at all. Well, I'm afraid me and you, Roy, probably wouldn't be at the same parties then. So I'm definitely at them heavy metal vomit parties and do what they said on what was it, Breakfast Club. It was that Jet. What was the guy that played Bender? Can't think of his name. Not Judge Reinhold. What the hell was his name? Who played Bender on Breakfast Club? Well, he was the one that went to the heavy metal vomit parties. All right, probably half you don't know what I'm talking about. 8 people on here and 21 liking it. That's cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Heavy metal puke parties. Is that what you called them in the Breakfast Club? I know they're making fun of him as heavy metal puke parties. On John Bender. You know, we never get to hear the joke that he's saying in the movie when the vice principal or whatever, the guy that's watching him at detention, locks him up in that room and he's climbing through the ceiling to get back in the other room with the other kids. And if you remember in the movie, he's reciting a joke when he's crawling through this on top of the ceilings, drop ceiling, you know, to finish the joke. I don't know. That's kind of like a movie question of all time. Kind of like, you know, who shot first? Was it Han or Guido? You know, it's kind of like, what was the punchline in Bender's joke? He never finished it. So, I don't know. If you know the answer, let me know. Because I'm real interested. Keeps me up at night. Sure does. The screaming and a growling voice that I can't understand anything that they're trying to say. Well, that's why they got the lyrics printed on inside of the CD folder. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Roy. It's an acquired taste. I mean, yeah, I like it, but I can see how people don't. But then that makes me like it even more. God, it's strange, but you know, and then you got bands like Dred Zeppelin. You got overweight Elvis impersonators singing reggae Zeppelin tunes. Tell me that ain't messed up, man. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Roy, there's a band called Dred Zeppelin, and they cover Led Zeppelin songs, but with reggae beat. If you're interested, and the lead singer, dresses like an Elvis impersonator and sings like Elvis. Listen, we used to be cool. Well, I still am. Sweatpants is. We all are. It's still cool. Everyone is it's 40 degrees outside, is it? I think it's colder where I'm at. Not much colder, but a little bit colder. Too cold for me to be going out there. That's cool because it shows diversity in us, and that's awesome. Well, that's true. I mean, we're all about the blades anyway, for real. When it comes down to it, so anything else is just extra. Anything bonus? All right, guys. Hell, I'm sure it's way overdone, but I'm gonna have to cut it off. Let the wife probably go to sleep. She's probably aching to go to bed. So, and I'm in the bedroom. So, yes, I keep my swords in my bedroom. Hell yeah. Where you keep yours? Ain't gonna do you no good in the shed. Brown Sabbath. I've seen them guys too. They covered Sabbath in like a with the Latino soul. Hey, sweatpants. You ever heard of Richard Cheese? Check out Richard Cheese. He does lounge singing, but he does like Nine Inch Nails, Slayer. He does a Slayer song in lounge singing. There's a real good song by Nine Inch Nails, Closer by I think that's Nine Inch Nails. Oh, he does a real good version of that. But he does a lot of 80s music, Beastie Boys, but he'll cover it in lounge singer music. And his band is phenomenal. And that guy on piano, you can do Slayer on piano. Wow. That's all I gotta say. Wow. Kingfish said, "Night bird, night owl. See you later, King." So I'll check. You never heard of Richard Cheese? Oh man, check him out, dude. I hate lounge singing, but man, that guy does it really well. It just makes me want to listen to it. I don't know why. Maybe because his name is Richard Cheese. Richard, that's long for Dick. All right, see you guys. All right, everybody's saying bye. So yeah, I need to go. Let the wife go to bed. She's probably pissed. All right, man. Hey, guys, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Let's do it again next Saturday. Samurai Night live from Katana Land. It's Samurai Night Live. I need theme music. All right, see y'all later, man. Bye. Thanks for watching.